To their own name, right? Being hyper aggressive. This could be the playstyle of Insilo right now for this particular match. For and that is what they did. Although they did not get the kill, but the idea is there by the Mongols.
Yeah, right now, honestly, the are playing quite well. They're playing very passively, but in a controlled way. They're not overextending. They're not making any silly mistakes. Looks like first item priority is going to be the Malefic Gun instead of the Blade of Despair. So looking like the matchup against the Granger here, probably a losing matchup, opting for more range.
I don't mind that at all. I mean, to be able to play safe at a distance, right? That could be the idea for a Don't. Not wanting to confront immediately because, I mean, Granger do smack upon anyone on that lane as well with the skill set. So right now, Don't is just being able to survive. I mean, mitigating any particular risk so far.
Yeah, the Rhapsody is nasty from RenXK. But now looking at a turtle, so far it does look like the Mongols. They're positioned a little bit better around the turtle here. Zetsu, Bankai, as well as Meiki is there to make sure that if anyone wants to challenge this, they can fight back. Bankai, first item priority is the Thunderbelt, and he's going to be stacking that real soon. Turtle has been started up by Zetsu here.
No contest at all right now. I mean, yes, Maniac and Lovely is there, but they aren't able to do anything. They just have to witness Zetsu again in getting that second turtle so far. I mean, right now, they are kind of like focusing on Justinian as well as Dawn to be able for them to get the itemization for the Beatrix as well as the Joy, and waiting for the right opportunity to be able to pounce on the Mongols. So far, from the Mongols,
time. Incilio as well, taking advantage of taking down RenXK, they were able to take top. So for now, sure, Mongols have more kills, but in terms of trade, it looks pretty even now.
yeah, I mean, at the 6-minute mark, RenXK just gonna focus on the top side, manage to get the top side, and right now they're gonna rotate back to the mid. I think that would be the next focus. But Instilio right now, a bit too passive for my liking, right? I mean, they're not using their ultimate as well yet. I mean, yes, they used once by Reaper and they got a kill at top. But I would like to see more, a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, no, I hear you for now. Incilio, again, they're being very passive, but now diversion, no one is going to take it. The turtle has spawned. It looks like the Mongols, they're going to be getting this turtle. Lovely as well as Reaper is down in front. Looking like they want to catch Bankai. But Lovely flickered in onto Zetsu. Zetsu's taking a little bit of damage, but RenXK able to get a kill, but Justinian grabs the turtle. Bankai able to take down a Lovely. And now Justinian is going to run away from Bankai. Overall, right now, Mongols, even with that loss, they want to move forward. They want to get this mid lane turret. And they're going to get it.
Yeah, they don't mind at all. Losing that turtle, it doesn't matter to them.
What?
But whoa!
What?
What was that rage?
Dude, that was good from Zetsu. He caught Justinian sleeping. It's like Justinian tried to get a kill onto the Alpha, but the Alpha charge just pulled him all the way to his team.
I had a big question on how the Mongols gonna catch Justinian, and I guess my question was answered right there with the Alpha charge. Right on point, as they were about to take that mid turret, they also got the life of Justinian. 5 for 1 at the 7-minute mark. 2k goal lead by the Mongols. This is quite surprising by the Mongols right now. Again, do or die, it doesn't matter for them. They are stepping up.
Yeah, right now, Lovely being in the front lines. Bankai still having the flicker. He used it on the Hilda. And right now they're dealing the damage. Maniac's gonna get taken down by Bankai. Zetsu misses the Spear of Alpha. And it looks like that's all they're gonna get. So far, Bankai has been the playmaker for the Mongols.
I like the flicker, I like the aggression as well, both by Bankai as well as Shenlin right there. They know the targets are clumped up in one particular area and they all dove in and managed to get a kill. And right now the Mongols are kind of in the driving seat right now. 2.7k goal lead, almost reaching 3k. Incilio, I would say they are caught off guard somehow.
Oh yeah, they were.
Yeah, I mean, a bit too passive so far. Yes, the Divergent have came in from Reaper, but so far only 1 kill. in, what, 8 minutes of gameplay?
I would say it's because of Shenlin, right? Shenlin so far, as this Khalid roam, is able to move around the map and actually spotting out Incilio, always understanding where Lovely is, where Reaper is, so that nothing is really a big surprise for them. So I kind of feel like shout-outs to the roamer from the Mongols, actually making this macro play from the Mongols possible. Looks like Incilio wants that bottom turn, and look at that. Look at the roamer. Look at Shenlin. He's having eyes on the movement of Incilio. I'm not so sure how he understands how Incilio moves around the map, but he's doing a good job. He's always there, knowing where they are.
Yeah, at least it gives out the vision, having the information as well. Is the diversion have been used or not? That could be a vital key point for the Mongols to plan out their next move. Maniac, first item priority would be the anti-Keras right now. Yes, a good item, but Renax.
Justinian, electrifying beat, trying to get him, but Zetsu is there. Zetsu saves him. Killing spree with the spear of Alpha. That was so surprising. Renax K has no HP left.
With a slither of health, Renax K be able to survive right there. And to be fair, Justinian had to do that. He had to take that opportunity to try and get a kill, and unfortunately just not his day right now. 7-1, 10-minute mark. Yes, the first slot was taken care of on the top side, but look at the map control the Mongols have right now.
Let me just say, this might be the caster curse or whatever, man. Like, we were talking about Celia, but look at the Mongols. The Mongols are showing up. They're looking like the ones that can win game number 1 against Incilio. Incilio is the one that looks like they're trying to look for opportunities to fight back, but they don't have the opportunity just yet.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the item build as well, Granger 1 item ahead of the Beatrix, the Khalid having the Radiant armor to be able to withstand the Loyi as well as the Edith. Looking at the Alpha, very tanky as well with the Winter Crown to be able to use it very effectively, very aggressively. And honestly, for the side of Incilio, other than Dawn, Justinian only would have the good amount of damage to be able to deal upon the Mongols and to be able to survive. But hey, I mean,
yeah, look at the goal difference here. Look at the goal difference for the EXP. That's the biggest goal gap so far among all the players here. Looking at the goal gap in gold, it's pretty big as well, but the biggest is definitely the EXP. 4,000 gold for Maniac. First item in 9 minutes. I understand he wants to build components first, but that's a pretty late first item priority by Maniac.
And normally you would want to prioritize the Thunderbolt and to be able to stack it up immediately, right? And if this game goes until 25 minutes, that could be good. But right now, the diversion not showing themselves yet. They know.
Oh, and then he charges it, finds 3, and now Lovely trying to escape. Reaper is so low, Lovely as well. Shannon is in front line. Renax K gets the kill. Zetsu goes in with Alpha Charge, and now goes on to Don. Don moves back in, and Don gets taken out. Triple kill for Renax K, and on Bankai with the killing spree. Justinian is the only one alive for Incilio. The Mongols are going to look for him. You know what? It's only Shenlin. Shenlin is making sure that he delays his recall.
Oh, no. Justinian is going to have a very hard time to get back, and this could allow the Mongols to take the first inhibitor turret on the mid side. But can we just rewind back on how they knew Incilio was in that particular bush? The instinct that they have, like something is not right. All the lanes, everyone is missing right now.
It's too quiet.
It's too quiet.
It's too quiet here. And yeah, like Renax K, like you can actually say it's his discipline, and this is one of the things that make Granger such a good gold laner nowadays. When you get the stacks, you can spam your Death Sonata, you can spam your Rhapsody. He can open up the map, and once you see him there, Shenlin dives in, grabs 4. That was an amazing way for you to use a Granger, using the utility come late game. Looking at itemization here as well, looks like Renax K is building this Granger, because Granger again is skill-based hero, so pumping all those basic stats here, making sure that there's a lot of physical attack.
Yeah, right now a lot is on the mid side, and the Mongols is going to focus on both inhibitor turrets on top as well on the bot side. But right now the bot side, there's no minion. Incilio would have not much of a difficult time to be able to clear that Lord, but the next wave is going to come immediately after. The Mongols are going to focus on the bot side, having the next item for Miki just now. Wishing Lantern is just going to pump up even more magical damage against Incilio. 1-0 and 8 for this Aurora so far has been outstanding.
Dean, it's been about, like, look at the Mongols. Right now hovering around 9,000. 9,000 gold difference for the Mongols here. And what is this? A War Axe on RinXK. I haven't been playing a lot of Granger, man, but I have not seen a War Axe. Like, this could be the item build for a Granger now. I don't know, but this is very interesting. Like, I feel like all the Granger players are watching, and they're asking questions like, is this the new build? Is this the meta build? Or is this just a RinXK thing?
It could be both. It could be both. It could also be an item that you just pick up once you're well up ahead, right? To be able to pump up even more basic attack. You know, there's a bit of movement speed on that item as well to be able to run away from Joy, Justinian just now, focusing on Granger himself. So, not too sure. We shall see how does it affect. But honestly, at this point of time, having 8.5k gold lead, 11 kill to 1, good map control. Any item I wouldn't be, you know, questioning about whatever he builds right now.
Right now, RinXK, the only defensive item that he really has is the Rose Gold Meteor, because his only threat is Justinian. Looking at the stacks here, 678 stacks. He killed, like, I don't know how many minions at this point with 678 stacks. He can use Rhapsody, or, like, look at his energy. It barely goes down. And this is why I'm seeing themes going for gold lane instead of the jungle, because in the jungle you get the stacks slowly, but as a gold laner you saw that 15 minutes in, almost 700 stacks.
That could be a very good case on why you should put Granger on the gold lane right now, to be able to farm those stacks as efficiently as possible. 15-minute mark. The third Lord, if I'm not mistaken right now, is up upon us on the top side. Incilio not moving an inch, but right now moving forward is Lovely. Bankai just gonna flicker away from the onward use by the ED.
Yeah, he's gonna be very careful there. Renan Dope with the Renner snipe, not hitting onto anyone, checking the bushes here. Looking at the Mongols as well, they're not forcing the Lord. They're still controlling the waves. In Celio, they're in a bit of a trouble because the top side at mid, oh, look at RinXK just pumping damage with the Rhapsody, and Shenlin is trying to get an angle. And RinXK with the Death Sonata as well. What is Incilio gonna do? How are they gonna come in? Looking at the flanks area, they were able to get down Bankai, and now Miki at the back, Maniac, trying to split them up. Incilio, they're winning this matchup around the Lord. The Mongols are still on it, looking at Maniac. Maniac goes in, looking at the Lord. Zetsu still gets it. Zetsu able to control the Lord. And now, using the Witch of Crown, Maniac gets taken down by Shenlin. The Mongols win it all. Zetsu had to use his immortality, but it's still fine. RinXK flickers forward, not gonna get anyone with the Rhapsody.
If he flickered forward with energy as well right there, could be able to use the Death Sonata, the Rhapsody as well, to get at least one more kill from the side of Mongols right there. But honestly, that was a very, very good timing of retribution by Zetsu, and also not getting caught up by the Hilda or any particular stunts that is available for Incilio to be able to get that Lord was very, very good by Zetsu. But right now, how are they going to use this Lord? Or is it going to be, again, another defensive capability by Incilio?
Well, Death Sonata all the way, just trying to pump as much damage as he can. The Lord has been taken care of. Incilio has made sure that the Lord doesn't enter the base. Justinian tried to get onto RinXK. However, unable to really stick on him and really use the electrifying beats. Bankai eats one member, and looks like Lovely is the one that got caught. Lovely is gonna get taken down, but no, he actually went for it. No, gets a shutdown, but Bankai gets Lovely. Maniac is taken down as well, and now the Mongols, they're still looking at the base. The base is hovering around half HP. 4 members here, but looks like they can't force it. Incilio clears out the minion waves.
I like how the Mongols play that. Very disciplined, very good communication. But right now, Shenlin, gotta be careful.
Taking a lot of damage. The Justinian isn't gonna force it. RinXK flanks to the side and able to help double kill for Miyake. And now they've ended the game. Mongols wins against Incilio.
When their backs up against the wall, they bounce back. They pounce back with aggression, with their own dignity as well, right there. And that Granger pickup, honestly, that is the difference maker right there. Being able to farm up really, really well, effectively, efficiently as well. And look at the damage that he pumped out at the last moment of the game.
Yeah, honestly, looking at the reactions coming in from Incilio, they look stunned. They are not sure what they were supposed to do in that matchup. I gotta say, props to the Khalid because he's able to slow down the rotation so much. But yeah, the poking damage from the Rhapsody, from the Death Sonata, like that's annoying to deal with.
I mean, we talk about how the Hilda could have a very good advantage up against the Barats, but what Barats did is very, very good. He ignored the Hilda. I'm just going to clear my lanes and I'm going to group up with my team. Whoever is in front, I'm going to use my Detona's Welcome, and I know that my Green Jay have the damage, my Aurora have the damage, and no one can get out because, again, with the Spear of Alpha, with the Aurora as well, no one can get out once I've used my Detona's Welcome.
Yeah, the only thing is I saw that in Celio, they didn't have an angle to go in, right? They want to start a fight. They do. But where? The moment they use the diversion, they all know. Like, the Granger can open the map a mile away, and then grabbing Bankai on the Barats, you can't instantly kill the guy. And even the Shenlin on that Khalid.
The Khalid, man.
It's always around. Nothing is a surprise.
I mean, the Khalid could be the MVP, the hidden MVP as well, as you mentioned. Being able to roam a lot more well and to be able to give out good information. Okay, we have Lowy over here. We have Justinians over there. The diversion has not been used yet. The diversion has been used, so be careful. All of this kind of information are being used well by the Mongols to be able to come up, okay, what's our next move?
Yeah, right now we got to look at itemization for both teams, and honestly, I immediately want to look at its Granger build because everyone is wondering how you build a Granger. I didn't thought that the Granger needs a Malefic gun because I thought the Rhapsody and the...
it's a long range.
And the Death Sonata is already a long range, but maybe he just wants more reliable basic attacks here. But again, we have to see what other gold laners will use on their Granger. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the build that RinXK has been using. Looks like he prioritized the Malefic gun, the Blade of Despair, and then afterwards going for the Hunter Strike for defense, going up against Justinian, picking up the Rose Gold Meteor, and interestingly enough, the War Axe.
That is
interesting.
Quite very interesting, to be fair, and I would hope we can get somewhat of an answer from him or even from the coaches why the War Axe was built. Is it a very crucial item, or is it a snowball item for Granger once you're up ahead quite a lot, right? And again, Immortality just a layer of defense. He knows that not necessarily nobody can catch him on the backside, but even if Justinian gets away into him, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure Justinian have to deal with a good amount of damage by Aurora, by Alpha, by Khalid as well. And speaking of Khalid, just a good all-around defensive item to be able to withstand a good amount of damage, and also to stay alive for him to be able to roam as much as he did.
Maniac as well, look at him, 0-6 and 0, very low gold. Like, I don't know how they shut down Maniac, but they were able to do it. And because of that, he wasn't able to really have that big of an impact in the game. Maybe that's the build. Maybe just, I don't know. Like, I feel like the damage is good, but what I really like that RinXK brought to the table was vision, extra vision, just Death Sonata on every single bush, and then you'll figure out if someone's there or not.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Granger...
Maybe that's why you pick up the War Axe, because if you hit someone, you get War Axe stack, so when you see a stack go up, then you know someone's there. Maybe. I'm just... You know.
Yeah, that could be a good shout as well. That could be bushes without entering the bush is a very, very advantageous stuff that you would have on your side up against, again, a Louis with diversion. And honestly, from the get-go, it's, I would say, one-way traffic for the Mongols, securing the neutral objective, 3 Lords, and also 2 Turtles from the get-go. Again, having Aurora, having Khalid, and having Alpha. I question a lot on how they're going to catch Justinian, on how they're going to catch the Hilda with the mobility that she has. But it's proven that's not a problem. We just play with our own strength. We group up together, we are very strong in team fight, and we layer our ultimates one and another.
Yeah, RinXK dealing the most amount of damage there. 67,000 damage. Again, most of it is probably just poking around, but again, we can see that his build definitely did a lot of damage here. Shenli took a lot of damage. Bankai as well, being very strong frontliners. Maniac, 134,000 damage taken.
Ugh.
He took a beating in this game, and someone has to, right? Someone has to. Lovely tries to set up for those engages, but unable to. For now, we got to look at the MVP for this game. And honestly, for Mongols, it could go on to anyone. Everyone performed extremely well, but we got to give it to Rinex K. 67.7 total damage dealt for 1 and 11. And again, if you guys want to know the build, that's the build.
I mean, this could be the next sort of item for any Granger users out there who are going to be using Granger on the good lane side. And one good point that Lafell did mention on how the gold laner Granger is very effective, on how he can collect all the stacks really fast and effective, efficient as well, and to be able to just spam the Death Sonata as well as the Rhapsody, and also with the War X, you get more stacks with every single hit from the Rhapsody or the Death Sonata.
Yeah, again, looking at the highlights, man, Rinex K is so good, so good. But yeah, the Granger, look at him just poking around. One of the, I would say, weaknesses of a Granger compared to most marksmen is that he is skill-based.
Yep.
Skill shot based. So you can miss your skill shots and someone can body block your skill shot. So he's amazing going up against front lines, but going up against back lines is going to be more and more difficult. This is amazing by the team. Everyone just jumped in, Raging Sandstorm, and look, he opened up the map. It's like, oh, someone's there. But no, the reaction is so fast. Maybe they know.
They know.
They know.
They know. This is somehow
She knows.
they know. She knows.
She knows.
She knows. Because immediately the Khalid opened up the
Raging
Sandstorm without knowing someone was there. Or that timing could be very much similar with the Death Sonata. So honestly, I would like to feel, or I would like to think that they know. They know that somebody is there in that particular bush, and at the end of the day, honestly, it was a very good all-around gameplay by the Mongols. And yes, it was a bit of a shock kind of a performance by Incilio. Maybe they were shocked as well, not expecting this kind of gameplay, this kind of aggression coming from the Mongols. But hey, this is the wild card.
She knows. She knows. And I know she knows. By the way, Granger might be a thing. Granger might legit be a thing. Day number 1, we didn't see any Granger, but after what Rinex K has been showing, it could be good. Yeah. And you know what is good? You know what is good, Adin?
What is good? Tell me.
Hello, Panda. Hello, Panda. Something like that. This is Hello Panda. Fill your game with Hello Panda crunchy biscuits filled with creamy chocolate, or in our case, this is strawberry. The ultimate snack to keep you energized. Level up your day and visit Hello Panda's website for more. Hello Panda. Hello Panda.
It's
I'll figure out the rest of the verse sooner or later.
Cause
give me one more day. Give me one more day. One more day. I'll get it.
You look so manly with the suit and all, right? I mean, you look stunning as well. But when you sing the Hello Panda, it's just it doesn't.
Hey yo, what's the shade? What's the shade?
Use
a
that
real
vo-
man.
use
a
that
real
voice.
man.
Use that voice and sing the song.
A real man eats Hello Panda. Hello Panda. Hello Panda. Something like that.
Honestly, it's a very good snack. Very quick, very easy to eat as well. And yes, it does keep us energized for the next game, because it's going to be very important. Imagine a world where the Mongols
Imagine a world
where Mongols win 2-0.
where Mongols win 2-0.
What would happen?
What would happen? You have to try it. You gotta have a cinematic voice.
Yeah, I can't.
You know,
I just-
okay.
I
For
just
example,
can't.
for Rinex K, we asked, after boot camping in the Philippines and MY, what do you think about each region? And this is his voice. Philippines ranked games are harder. MY ranked games feel easier. Wow. The scrims, on the other hand, are hard in both countries. But overall, I like Malaysia more.
I don't like the emoji. It doesn't feel like he's
it doesn't
serious.
feel authentic.
You know, it doesn't feel like he was serious about it.
Yeah.
I like Malaysia, you know. Do
Shout
you-
out to Nice, by the way. Nice who probably likes the cinematic.
Hey,
voice.
no.
In a world. All right, go ahead.
We have one more. We have one more. You can use it again.
Oh, we have one more. All right, this name is from Coach G. How did you end up coaching for Incilio? Hey, all right. Before this, I joined IHC as a temporary coach. It was in Almaty that I met Incilio. IAC and Encilio were scream buddies dead. Coach Brent, head coach for Team Spirit, also recommended me to them. Most of the coaching was done online and due to the time zone difference. Practice sessions for me ran from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m.
8
Damn.
p.m. to 4 a.m.
Damn. Sounds like a gamer's life.
Such a gamer's life that
I gotta stop using this voice.
I cannot relate at all, honestly. 8 p.m.
I need
to
water.
4. That is almost 12 hours of practice slash training session. That's crazy. But hey, that is the sacrifice that you have to make to be the best, to be one of the best as well. So props to Coach G right there, and I'm happy that he has his opportunity right now with Encilio.
Shout out to Trex. Apparently he wants me to do a cowboy voice.
Oh.
I don't know, partner. Yeehaw all the way. All right, we're going to draft. No. I'm not gonna get myself into trouble.
Yeah.
We're going into the draft here, Andy. We're going into the draft.
Okay, I'm glad you did not continue down that path, that road. Okay, drafting phase for game number 2 right now.
Sir,
How will Encilio bounce back, or how will Encilio respond to the aggression that the Mongols have provided in game number 1? We started with Mongols will be on the first pick, as well as Encilio will have the benefit of the second pick. And to be fair, again, 66 win rate for second pick teams. This could be good for Encilio, but
Yeah.
if Gatot and Chow has been banned out, meanwhile Encilio banning out the Jushin again, 100% ban rate, as well as the Fanny.
Yep. Fanny, Jushin banned out. Still leaving quite a lot of things here open. I wonder if Encilio wants to take away the alpha, because so far, Zetsu. Oh, now I'm starting to see the theme. Zetsu, Bankai,
is picking.
they like Bleach.
Ah.
Oh, they like Bleach.
I mean, that is the most easiest way for you to pick out an IGN, right? Just pick whatever you like to watch. You know, it could be a TV show or a movie. And just pick one of the main characters, or one of the characters within that particular movie or that show.
I was talking about the alpha, but I was thinking Encilio would pick it up, but it looks like they're batting it out themselves. So I wonder if Mongols, they pick up an essential jungler here. What else is open?
Hilda still...
Oh, Hilda is still open, but they're taking their time. They're wondering, is like, is it worth it though? High loss, they prefer the high loss over the Hilda. Or maybe they're just like, Maniac Hilda, what's the big deal?
I don't like the win rate of High Loss just now. 29% win rate, 7 times being picked up. That's not good. I would hope that that number increases even further right now. Encilio again doubling down on the Hilda once again with the Suyo.
Yeah, okay, so the CEO, he can be a little bit more aggressive, hopefully, because so far we saw the Joy didn't really have a good time actually going for a lot of early trades. Wonder if he will change that up. Now the Mongols still with the high loss, they can switch it up. It can be XP, it can be roam. They were able to take down the Hilda by picking up the Barats. If they don't pick it up now, then it could get banned out. But it looks like they're not picking it up at all, because they're gonna opt for the Khalid as well as the Aurora. So this, actually no, they can swap. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, I like the saying that goes, you know, if it's not broken, why would you want to fix it? So again, the Khalid and the Aurora did well in the first game, proven that how they played, they could get a very good result out of it. So again, using it for game number 2. Could be the same job desk, could be the same responsibility by the Khalid. Roam around, give information, provide vision as well, to be able to plan out your next movement, especially when it comes to those turtle team fights or even the Lord team fights
Oh,
right
wait,
now.
no, actually, I was corrected. I was thinking of Ichigo's sword, but Zetsu could also be Naruto.
Of the villain.
Yeah, the
black-
guy, the black and white guy.
Yeah.
The yin yang guy.
But then
Kaguya,
again,
I don't like Kaguya.
but then again, you have Bankai over there, so like, it's
I
more
think
towards-
Zetsu's in Bleach too.
I think so as well. I don't
Okay,
know.
Granger
Okay,
band.
okay, yeah,
Granger band, right?
Good band.
Granger band.
I like the band. Don't give anything comfortable for
Wait.
Renexki.
But okay, so Renek's case so far, he hasn't used the same hero twice, if I believe. He used the 1-1, and then he used the Melissa, and then he used the Granger. If he wants to, I mean, he doesn't need a hero like Granger, because again, the Louis is not there. It's always good to open up the map, but it's not necessary now. because you're not going up against Louis.
I mean, you're going up against a Hilda as well, who likes bushes a lot. You know, you're just gonna hide in there and just come out at any given point of time to be able to catch any particular members of the opposing side off guard. So, yes, it would nice to have someone with a long range kind of skill. Hey, Leela could do that as well. Mia could do that.
Honestly, Mia is an okay shout. However, I kind of feel like going up against Hilda might still be a problem. Because the Hilda can just chase after the Mia.
But you could pick up again a Nathan, you know, be safe.
Honestly, like I don't doubt that Renex K has such a big hero pool because so far he has not picked the same hero twice. So he might surprise us again here today. We talk about the Clint, maybe the Clint. I'm not so sure Clint is a good matchup here with the current 3 heroes that Coach G pick up for Encilio, but still, it's an option.
I do agree.
Maybe he can pick up the Beatrix.
I mean, well, not you. I would say me myself doubted the possibility of their draft in game number 1, and I was proven wrong. So I would be happy to be proven wrong once again right now by the Mongols.
Matilda is open
with whatever they pick up. Yeah, I mean Matilda is open if they do want to pick it up. Are they gonna pick it up? No.
Well, they're still hiding. I mean, like, what are the chances that Mongols pick up the Matilda? Right? Yeah, they already have a Khalid, they already have a Hyla, so yeah.
What kind of a jungle are we thinking right now for the side of the Mongols? Fedrin is still there. Yes, Alpha has been banned out. You could go for a Nolan if you want to go for an assassin. I can hear a Beatrix right there. Okay, consistent BC damage, consistent gold laner. A very safe pick, I would say, for Renex K. But the jungle side right now, I think it's gonna be an assassin.
Okay, you know what? People are fighting about anime. I'm not going to be a part of it. And yeah, we were talking about Beatrix, and there you go. Beatrix has been picked up. Again, you can do the same thing as a Great Hero. You can open up the map and long range as well. Does relatively well against Bruno. Ooh. And Julian. We haven't seen the pick so far. Looks like the Mongols are the real wild cards here. They're picking up heroes that so far has been used. Oh, never mind. Akai. Akai's here. Hello, Panda. Hello, Panda. Betul diskunya. I think I'm wrong, but the jingle is there. Yeah. It is correct. All right, there you go.
Good job. Good job right there. So 2 heroes that we have not seen so far in wildcard, Julian as well as the Akai getting picked up for both of these teams right now. I am much more interested in Akai. I mean, I'm biased of a tag hero, so I would like to say how the Akai does well or not up against the lineup of the Mongols.
You gotta believe, Adin, you gotta believe, because the start of yesterday went all 3 games. This one, I'm looking forward to go all 3 games as well. Right now, Zetsu with the Julian, and now seeing the Akai on the hands of lovely Encilio coming in as the favorites, losing game number 1. Can they redeem themselves? Can they push us to game number 3? Welcome to the land of Dawn.
Pushing for greatness right now for both of these teams. The Mongols, they do have a lifeline somehow right now. Being able to win the first game gives them a boost of momentum for this game number 2. But Encilio, as we all know, they won't go down without a fight. They have to take a leap of faith, being a bit more aggressive in game number 2. And that could all change with the Akai, with the heavy spin as well, being able to catch out the Mongols offside. But let's take a look at the emblem. Anything interesting so
Oh yeah,
far?
for sure. Looking more aggressive here coming in from the Mongols.
The Mongols? Yeah. I mean, I would say that the lineup that they have right now, I would say they would want to go aggressive, right? With the Julian. Again, a kind of similar as game number 1. But game number 1, they had Alpha, Aurora, Khalid. Right now, they have Julian, Aurora, Khalid. Same ideas, same kind of responsibility as well as job desk, but does that mean same result? That is the bigger question right now.
Well, we have to see if Encilio can be a little bit more aggressive with this one, because the big change is the jungler from a Joy now to a Suyo. And as well with this Akai, because we don't know whether this Akai, the Akai can be played multiple ways. Number 1, it can be more aggressive, catching people out by the heavy spin, or using the heavy spin to peel for your backline. So that's the question that we need to see. How is Lovely going to be using this one? Is it going to be pinning people down or pushing people away?
But what I like about Encilio between this game and game number 1 right now, they do have a way to start team fight with Lovely, right? game number 1, they would have to react what the Mongols use upon them. But right now, they could be in the upper hand, or they could be the one who would start the move first. And as we take a look right now, Turtle has been started by Justinian, but on the backside, Shenlin.
Oh, first blood by Ridix K. Unsure how that happened, but Justinian still able to secure the turtle. And now Justinian able to catch Zetsu. Looks like Maniac is trying to run away. It looks like the rest of Incilio wants to disengage. Lovely, able to get out of that. Shenlin, without the level 4, unable to re-engage with the Raging Sandstorm.
Regardless what happened on the top side or the Turtle team fight, bigger question is what happened on the bot side just now. Dawn getting first blood by Renex K and immediately picking up the Malefic Gun as the first item. So, you know, same old by Renex K.
Hey, Renex K is redeeming himself, man. Yesterday, he did good, but he made a game-losing mistakes. And this day, he's like, nah, fam, I'm going to be the one. I'm going to be getting those MVPs. We're going to win against Incilio, and he's doing well.
I'm kind of afraid as these game progress. Wait, hold on.
Yes, Flicker.
Shotgun.
No. He's not doing it.
You're pressuring him. You're pressuring him.
I'll shut up.
Okay. So right now, Renex, I mean, okay, so far he's not like sacrificing his life for nothing right there. Yes, being aggressive is quite good because not allowing the Bruno or Dawn to be able to farm up well could be a very, very good point for the Mongols right now. On the top side, Bankai have to use the Glorious Pathway defensively right now.
For now, it does look like in Steelers, they're not being all that active. They're not proactive, they're being more reactive. Even though they were able to grab the turtle earlier, but I don't know. So far, they're not really using Lovely to start a fight. Yeah. It's more about, I guess, pushing people away.
I'm kind of afraid a little bit because you have a very, very good early game hero with Suyo as well as Lovely being able to pin anyone down. But as you mentioned, they're not using that at all in these early stages. They're just farming up, you know, allowing Justinian to get a few more levels, a few more items, as well as Bruno. So this could bite them back when we enter the mid-game stage where the Mongols are much more superior.
To be fair, it's going to be hard to pin them down. The only way that they can do it is if Zetsu goes in and then he pins him down with the heavy spin. Maniac is on the back line. So right now, Mongols, they're actually trapped on both ends, but it looks like they're the ones being a little bit more uncomfortable. On left and right, you've got Lovely as well as Maniac. So they're actually caught in some sort of a semicircle here. It looks like they're not going to get baited in. They're not going to be taking free damage from either side.
I mean, the fact that both EXP laners are just ignoring their own lanes right now, focusing on this turtle, and neither of them are, you know, brave enough to start this fight. They're just hovering around, waiting for the right moment, waiting for the right timing as well, or one of these members slips up or make a mistake. That is the time they could pounce. So I'm not too sure how long can they be patient about this. They need to start a fight. They need to do something right now, or else it's just going to be a back and forth fight.
Well, Justinian try. Oh, Mickey flickers forward, unable to catch anyone with the Frigid Glacier. So far, no one is caught by Incilio. Incilio is looking very safe. It looks like no one is going to start something. You were right. You were right, Adine. Mongols, they tried to start something, but Incilio was able to escape. So no aggression is going to come from Mongols.
Nope. Justinian, yeah. That was a... I don't blame him trying to get a kill, but you still have to remember Aurora have the passive, and right now, Lovely
flickers in, able to catch one, taking a bit of time, but Zetsu eventually falls. Shenlin, is he gonna try and get this turtle? It's not gonna be worth it, buddy. Reaper secures the turtle for the team. Bankai flanks, but no fight is gonna continue. They're just gonna protect the mid lane.
I was gonna like give credits and props to the Mongols right there. Being able to catch Justinian out was really, really good. And I thought that, okay, this could be an easy turtle for the Mongols, but Lovely had other plans right there. Being able to pin down Zetsu right there and immediately kill him. But in the mid side,
looks like Lovely has been caught. Miki will secure the kill. Not really catching with the Frigid Glacier, but still caught nonetheless.
Ooh,
oh, Ridix K!
No!
Oh, he's too far forward. He's going to get taken down by Don't. But no, Shenlin goes on to Don't as well as Maniac. But looks like the Mongols, they don't want to overstay their welcome. Now even the Suyo is there. Bankai gets caught by the Frigid Glacier, and now he's going to get taken down as well by Justinian.
But very good macro gameplay by Zetsu, knowing that fights are happening on the bot side, so focusing on the top side is the decision that was made by Zetsu to be able to balance it out so far. But Mongols, WinXK, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful being too aggressive without having the knowledge of is anyone there on my left hand side, and that punish him really, really bad right there. Or else, I mean, it could be a free kill for him to be able to get that Bruno.
Yeah, in game number 1, showing some sort of spider sense. This game, not really there. Justinian now having the War Axe. So 2 items on, well, Justinian. So far, Zetsu is still waiting on the second item. Looks like he is going to build that Feather of Heaven. So far, yeah, in terms of the items, everyone is basically equal. No big goal difference by either team. And Silu is ahead by 500, but it's more or less just one component.
Okay, right now it's much more closer comparing to the first game just now on the 8th minute mark. Insilio have the lead, but only by so much, 300 gold on their side. But Lovely, gotta be careful right there. Yes, you are tanky, but if WinXK gets a few more items, those basic attack is gonna deal a good amount of damage against that Panda.
Yeah, Justinian finds WinXK, so WinXK has to be a little bit more careful here, make sure he doesn't get caught again. Definitely Zetsu, because yeah, Zetsu has to be careful as well because he's been caught once by Lovely, and maybe that's the goal of the game. Lovely, you just look at Zetsu, everyone else, just let someone else handle.
Yeah, Zetsu gotta be careful as well if he wants to try to get this retribution off, but Glorious Pathway has been opened up.
Now looks like the Maniac tries to find an angle, unable to get it. So far, Bankai hasn't gotten anyone with his ult. Same as Lovely's to 2, and now WinXK able to take down Reaper. Lovely trying to pin them down, but Zetsu grabs the kill, doesn't have enough damage. Justinian as well, trying to find an angle. Maniac, all 3 members of Insilio looking for a way to actually engage into a fight because the Mongols, they're only at half HP, but no one can move forward.
I know that yesterday's play of the game is an Aurora. Today could be another Aurora as well. That 2-3-man Frigid Glacier was super on point to start out those team fight, but right now, Insilio!
Yeah, Maniac was able to get a kill. Shendin went a little bit too far forward because looking at the HPs here, Insilio, they're very healthy. The Mongols, they gotta be careful. Even Reaper is here now. Can they make that miracle play again?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Insilio would have this lot covered as well. Maniac gonna fall down to the Frigid Glacier. But honestly, that was very, very good by Insilio. Yes, they were caught up by the Frigid Glacier earlier on, but as you mentioned, they were much more healthier when that fight progresses even further. And the Mongols right there, they loses out that team fight just because their HP just wasn't there. And also, on the bot side, was pushing in on their next turret. So, Insilio, having the first slot, they need to be able to get back the momentum, especially the map control on the 10-minute mark.
That was the wins of Insilio. They forced the Mongols to engage, and then once they've used all their skills, they can start and they can actually win the fight. And that's what they did just now. They were being very patient, and they were able to find an angle. Now Justinian is able to get away from Zetsu as well, but he has to be careful because they're chasing after him. But again, Suyo has a lot of dashes. He'll be fine.
That was very, very calculated by Justinian, being able to know that I do have one more set of skill to run away from any kind of crowd control, and he used that to a T, I would say. But let's take a look at the damage dealt right now. Justinian is going to be on the top charts with 35,000, and follow up by WinXK by 32,000. I mean, it's not a lot, but yes, still, it is something, I would say so.
Yeah, 11 minutes in the game, not bad. WinXK now having the Demon Hunter Sword, probably for Maniac, just in case if he starts being a bigger nuisance. I would say Maniac is already doing a lot. Same can be said from Lovely as well. So yeah, I can respect the early Demon Hunter Sword here because the front lines is causing so much problems. The back lines they can deal with. It's just the front lines that's becoming an issue here.
Yeah, more focusing towards on this mid to late game right now. Who would have the better, I would say, kind of lineups and heroes? And honestly, the answer to that is quite 50-50. It all depends on how they use the advantage that they have to be able to start team fight or to be able to catch anyone off guard. Because on the side of Incilio, Valentina on the late game could poses a good amount of magical damage, and with whatever spell that she steals, that could be another bonus advantage. Yes, Suyo falls off a bit on the late game stage, but with Akai being able to pin anyone down, with Hilda posing threat on the back line, Incilio does have pretty good late game. In comparison to Mongols, they do have to rely upon the raw damage of Beatrix being a true marksman. Miki, Aurora, you would always want to rely on the crowd control, but right now, teamfight has begun. Shenlin.
Glorious pathway, but Reaper is able to get out of there. Lovely using the heavy spin, trying to separate Shenlin, but he's able to get out of there. So far, the Mongols started the fight, but Incilio is able to escape from it, and now the Lord has spawned. Most members have used their ultimate, so this is probably just going to be a dance, waiting for their skills to come back online, and then probably try to start a fight again.
A dance with the rhythm of Incilio, but oh, hold on, Miki.
Another flicker into Frigid Glacier. They're able to get a Lovely. So far, that's the only casualty, and looks like Incilio, they don't mind losing Lovely for that trade.
But the bot side right now, as well as the top side, is pushing against the Mongols right now. So the Mongols have to take care of their wave. The wave management is very, very important, and Incilio could use this to just buy time for Lovely to be able to respond back and join back the team fight on this top side. So Mongols, if they want to do, they have to do it quick and they have to do it now.
Yeah, looks like Reaper had to use the flicker to get.
Mongols, if they want to do, they have to do it quick and they have to do it now.
Yeah, looks like Reaper had to use the flicker to get out of the engage coming in from the Mongols. Shenlin now having the Raging Sandstorm, probably waiting for Incilio to group up for him to use it.
I would want to see the Mongols, once they won that small skirmishes, being able to get one out. Just push the bot side. Don't focus on the Lord!
Oh, the Lord is getting focused on. And Justinian tilts it away. Shut down. Makey. Maniac grabs a double kill. The Mongols made a mistake. And Incilio capitalizes on it. Bankai gets taken down by the Reaper. Only Shenlin survives. Incilio wins it all.
The imposter, the Lord was the imposter right there, knocking up 3 men of the Mongols and allowing Incilio to just move forward, fluidity on their side. And with that one movement, with that one mistake by the Mongols, it cost them game number 2, and we are heading to game number 3.
We got a match on our hands here, folks. Yesterday we started with 3 games, and today we'll be continuing the first game, the first match of the day, with 3 games as well. Incilio able to take down the Mongols, and now it's match point for both teams.
I want to take a look at the replay, especially that last Lord, because that one Incilio had to do nothing. They just dish out the damage, and just the icing on the cake was the Lord Steal. I wouldn't say Lord Steal, but the Lord 50-50 was able to be won by Incilio.
You know what, that's just RNG, man. Like, I honestly, even I didn't notice the Lord knocked them up, but if that really happened, then, you know what, GG's Lord. You made this game 3 possible for Incilio. But I gotta say, Makey was very proactive.
Yeah,
a lot of times, like the moment the flicker is up, use the flicker, Frigid Glacier. Sometimes you're able to get multiple members, but in the final moments, only able to get Lovely. And again, Incilio, they're okay playing without Lovely on that. Like, their draft doesn't depend on Lovely. They can still play around without him being there.
Yeah, I mean, for the Mongols right there, I did mention about once they get at least 1 kill, 2 kills, I would want them to focus on the bot side, because their bot side was losing. They hadn't had the chance to get at least the tier 1 turrets yet. And they lost because of the wave management on the top side. On the bot side was pushing against them. So they had a lot of things to cover. They have the Lord to be able to, you know, kite around. They need to handle their top side. They need to handle their bot side. So all of these things crumble upon the Mongols, and they couldn't come up with a good result, especially when it comes to those lot team fights or even the turtle team fights.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but even when you're playing games, you have chores to do. You got to do some house cleaning there, and they weren't ticking the boxes. I do agree. Like, they don't have to force the Lord. Someone has to keep an eye on the Lord, but everyone else, they can start moving the map around. But now let's look at the itemizations here. And again, looking at the draft, I would say it's pretty equal. We have new pickups here in the wild card, both the Julian as well as the Akai. I would say neither really had that flashy of a showing. 132 and 135, but again, they served their purpose. They were like, we can see Lovely. If you have an opportunity, catch Zetsu. If you don't, just push people away. Make sure that Dawn doesn't get caught. Make sure that Reaper doesn't get caught.
Yeah, well, Lovely did have one good moment early on the game where he managed to catch Zetsu, and everyone from the Insular side just dish damage upon him and kill him off, and that made Incilio get the first turtle earlier in the game. But taking a look at the item, I like how the Malefic Gun is, becoming much more of the priority item right now. Even the Bruno as well as the Beatrix pick it up early on the stage to be able to withstand or to be able to survive the laning phase even much more efficiently. Looking at Justinian, of course, you would want to go for the Blade of Despair, the Hunter Stride, as well as the Malefic Roar. Not much complaint by me so far by how Incilio played. Just stick with your own gameplay, wait for the right timing, and wait for Lovely to be able to catch anyone out. If no, it's okay. We just have to kite around because, again, that is Incilio's specialty.
Folks, put your votes in. Do we put the play of the day over to the Lord, knocking 3 people up? We've seen Zetsu on the Julian couldn't get a 3-man knockup. Even Minotaurs, we don't see a lot of Minotaurs nowadays, but
Akai could get a 3-man heavy speed.
Yeah. But the Lord, man, the Lord got a 3-man knockup. Shout out to the Lord. Shout out to the Lord. And now both Mongols as well as Incilio, they got to prepare for game number 3, where we have to see if they have more surprises. It looks like Shenlin on this Khalid, they roughly understand how to work with it. And maybe the Khalid is strong against the Luyi that they were trying to use. Maybe against Reaper on the Valentina. He kind of doesn't care.
I mean, also having the knowledge of the first game, Incilio adapted well on how Shannon plays and how well that he roams around the map and just, I wouldn't say necessarily hard counter the Khalid roam, but just play much more better, not giving too much information. Also, the reaction time by Incilio was much more faster now. That the fact that, okay, we lose one side, we gain on the other hand.
So this game for Mongols, it's unfortunate, but look at Zetsu. Only 14,000 damage dealt. To put that into perspective, Bankai did 11,000 and Shenlin did 16,000.
Yeah.
When the roamer does more damage than your jungler, and your jungler isn't like a Fredrin, it's a Julian. Yeah. Julian can deal damage, but this does show that he does not have a lot of angles for him to actually go in and fight against Incilio. So maybe that's something that they need to adjust. Unsure whether Zetsu is not comfortable on the Julian or just with this draft, it's very difficult.
Yeah. Honestly, that's quite surprising as well. But right now, let's take a look at our MVP for game number 2. It's gonna be the Hilda used by Maniac 3, 1, and 5 in terms of KDA right now. Not much, I would say not much, sorry. He doesn't need to be flashy, he doesn't need to be fancy, just good, do a good amount of job.
Dude, he glow up. This is the glow up. He went from 0-6 and 0 to now 3-1 and 5.
I agree.
Yeah, so this
time,
time,
same hero, right?
Yeah, same hero, hero on the Hilda, except this time he wasn't against the Barats.
Yep.
So maybe the Mongols was trying to be a little bit too fancy here. And ladies and gentlemen, let me be clear here. The Mongols need to win, because if Mongols lose here, high chance they will be eliminated.
Agree.
So whether they want to or not, if they want to go to M6, they got to win against Incilio.
They have to bring back that game 1 performance and how they played really well.
Oh, this is a mistake by Renexke.
Yeah, being too overconfident, I would say, not knowing where the teammates of Incilio are would be the death of them. Yeah, that was the 3-man knockup right there. That was very unfortunate for the Mongols. The fact that they stood next to each other, got knocked out between one and another, and again, easy pathway for Incilio to start a team fight and to end that team fight, as well as end the game immediately.
So that was Maniac's highlight. But let me bring up something.
Sorry, yep.
Do you remember high loss win rate, and you were sad with the fact that high loss win rate seems a bit low? Yeah, well, that game didn't help it out. Another loss for the high loss.
No, such a good hero.
It is a good hero.
I really like high loss with the Thunderbelt, so good. But I mean, those are in ranked games. You know, in competition level, it's much more different. Of course, I do understand that. But you know, as a tank player, just a bit sad.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe the Barats is a better answer because Ban Kai is such a playmaker. He starts the fights, and he can start fights with high loss for sure. But when he's in the Barats, he's able to actually catch someone, put it in his tummy, and then able to get almost a confirmed kill. With a high loss, you don't get a confirmed kill. It's hard for you to be a high loss and be like, Ban Kai! Is Chip no longer a priority pick? Apparently no. Not picked or banned.
I mean, now that, you know, Yves has been buffed, he's super strong. Fanny is going to always be one of the priority ban. Yuxin, surprisingly, is a priority ban in wildcard.
Oh, she's so strong.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I don't want to fight against the Yuxin.
Like, you have so many others heroes that are much more, I would say, important and much more...
No, you know what?
It takes the priority of the banning list.
Chip is not that great.
Seriously?
Biscuits are better.
I agree.
All right, there you go. That's another elemental shout out.
I agree.
I'm overdoing it, but you know what? It's fine. I love snacks.
Or is it because...
Biscuits are better. Okay, zoom in again. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Specifically, Hello Manda.
We'll eat this in game number 2.
I'm so hungry right now. But anyways, or maybe we haven't seen teams who are, you know, well synchronized between one another use chip yet.
I mean, honestly, people can be hiding it. Now that we brought it up, it's probably going to come out in game number 3. Yeah. Knowing how everything has been in motion, it could happen. It could happen.
I would like to see more Granger maybe for Renexcape. Played really well in game number 1 just now. I still want to see Farsa in the wildcard stage. I think she can dish a good amount of damage with the burst that she has. But of course, the positioning would be the main worrying thing about a Farsa. Well, Chip could be another discussion as well. So far, we have not seen any presence of Chip yet, except for being banned. 6 out of 9 games, 66%. Other than that, in terms of hero, yeah, I mean, there are a few, but that one is a bit outlier, I would say.
I think we have a high chance to see it in Swiss stage because I feel like Philippine teams and Malaysian teams,
especially best of one. Especially in best of one.
I mean, I don't know. I legit don't know because Chip can be that X factor. Like once you see it, then there's nothing you can do about it in game number 2. So yeah, maybe in game number 1, heck, Vamos could bring it up.
Yeah, the thing about like MLBB professional stage are like, okay, for example, Chip. Yes, we haven't seen Chip for so
another
long.
thing.
Sorry?
The Chip is not about the user. You can be an amazing Chip player, but if your team doesn't know how to use Chip, it doesn't matter. So
true.
it's like a team. It's like a team thing as well.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. But the thing about this whole MLBB professional scene, right? When we have not seen a hero for so long, and suddenly one particular team brings it up, and let's say that team wins by a landslide. The domino effect on the next day, you get to see a lot more teams picking up that particular hero.
Yep.
And this could be another a whole thing for Chip. Yep, we have not seen for a long time. We just need that one team use Chip and wins by a landslide. You will see the next following this, Chip, and again Chip.
It's not here, but shout outs to Beloyski, man. He always brings out all these old heroes and then it just works.
Yeah.
The Gato Kacha was great. Which, by the way, no one has used it so far, but I think has been banned. Looking at the pick and ban here, Silo will be first picked. Coach G banning out the Eve, the Fanny, as well as the Alphar. Coach Buyo banning out Jushin, the Cho. Maybe Hilda?
Hilda or Granger? I mean, Mongols use the
They want a Granger.
Yeah, they want a Granger.
Yeah,
right.
if they don't pick up the Granger in the first 3 picks, probably gonna get banned out.
I agree. I definitely agree. So Hilda could be banned out here. What else? What was the problem in game number 2 for them? Aurora could be a problem for both sides because both sides can use it really well, honestly. But is it worthy of a ban in the early stages? I do not think so. Suyo could be banned out here.
One chose me to vanquish the shadow.
Yeah, Suyo banned.
Plague this world.
So Incielio probably going to pick up that Hilda, and the Mongols, they need an answer. Because looks like in game number 1, the Alpha was able to deal with the Hilda. Now that the Alpha is not here, how do you deal with a Hilda? You need some kind of hero that can deal true damage here.
What's the current state of Gatot Kacha? Because I have not seen, of course this is my first day of working, but in terms of in general, because every time I see a high loss, I will see a Gatot Kacha as well, but so far we have not seen him as of yet in the number 2. But Hilda again being picked up by Incielio. Again, I would think that is gonna be given onto Maniac for the EXP side.
Yeah. Answering your Gatot question as well, I kind of feel like it's a regional thing. Not every region prioritizes the Gatot. I mean, like here in Malaysia, we like it, but
not necessarily, you know.
Not necessarily everyone else.
Agree. Point taken.
Mongols now, I feel like they should understand, because they didn't ban the Hilda, they will have some kind of answer. Someone that can shred this Hilda down. Traditionally, you like carry to deal with this kind of heroes, but carry is so not in the meta right now. I like the Barats, but they pick up the high loss again. High loss Khalid, no flexibility here, showing their hand immediately.
Yep.
Valentina picked up, they could pick up something like a Nolan. And yeah, they pick up the Nolan.
I don't mind the heroes, I just mind the order that they pick it up, right? As you mentioned, no flexibility. They are showing their hands right now by the Mongols, and I also have a question, why don't they go back to game number 1, right? Give the Barats to their EXP side, give it to Bankai. I think he can play a very, very good Barats. His positioning, his patience is very, very good, but maybe just not for game number 3 right now. Nolan as well as Valentina up against the last pick before we move on to the next stage of banning phase is gonna be the Bruno. So that is gonna be their consistent damage dealer going up against a Hilda.
Now we have to see if the Mongols have done their homework, because right now they pick up the gold laner, which Incielio does not have. They can easily ban out gold laners. But the thing about Don is extremely flexible, where he can use mages and fighters as well. Having the Nolan makes it so that you don't really necessarily need a marksman, I would say. Like, pick up something like even a Lunox and it will be fine. Having a Nolan gives you that ability to be more flexible with your draft.
I agree. I mean, talking about flexibility, talking about a wide range of hero pool for Don't. For all the 2 games previously, he used different heroes, right? So I wouldn't be surprised.
Every game so far.
I wouldn't be surprised if a fighter gold laner shows up, if a mage gold laner shows up for Don't in game number 3. As you mentioned, the damage part has been covered by the Nolan. So Edith being banned out, Angela being banned out.
Interesting Angela ban. I'm not so sure why the Angela's been banned, but
you know, just to double down on Hylos or Khalid, I guess. Not necessarily a good mid laner, but maybe not good results when Incielio faces up against an Angela. Maybe that's just a thought to be thrown out there. Nathan as well as Aurora being banned out. So the side of Mongols in terms of mages, what else is there?
I mean, Lu Yi is there. Not so sure if Mongols will be using the Lu Yi.
Matilda mid, I don't think that is quite good. Doesn't deal.
Vexana is still there.
Oh yeah, Vexana, I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, it allows the Nolan to think twice before dashing in. Again, Farsight is there, but I don't think it's quite good here. You know, there's a Hilda, there's a Nolan again. You would want a mobile kind of mage. Lilia? I would say so.
Lilia is okay, actually.
Mobile, you know, burst damage as well. Of course, needs itemization. I mean, every mage needs itemization, but we shall see.
Yes, they pick up the Vexana so far. No surprises here in the draft. Incielio gotta pick up a marksman here. The Beatrix is open, so they can go for there. But looks like they're picking up the Harif. Again, very flexible so far. And now the Tigreal is here. Gotta be careful, because now you have to start considering the Purify. And when you're considering the Purify, you're not going to be able to run away from a Nolan. This is going to be a predicament for Mongols. This is very important. Flicker or Purify. Are you worried about the Tigreal? Are you worried about the Nolan?
That is such a tough question to answer. But honestly, if I were the gold leaders of Mongols, I would bring Purify. I just don't want to get caught up by the Implosion, because Implosion, if you get caught up by Implosion, that is 100% you're gonna die. You're definitely gonna die. Especially with Harith, with a Valentina as well, who can just immediately burst you down. So Purify should be the answer for the side of Mongols in terms of the last pick right now. Ling!
All right. This is very interesting. The Mongols have to win this one if they want to survive the wild card. If they want to go to M6, picking up the Ling is a risk, because now you have a scaling jungler, which is good, but he needs the farm, which is bad, which we have to see. If Incilio can slow them down, then Incilio will probably win this game. If the game pacing is slow enough, then this Ling might take over.
I did mention about the Mongols, leave nothing behind, no regrets. You want to give your best, you want to give your all right now, because this is a do or die match for the Mongols right now, sitting last in their own grouping. So we shall see how the Ling fares up against Incilio.
Right now, it's going to be the match between both junglers here. The Nolan going up against the Ling. One that has a strong early game going up against one that is very dominant in the late game. Welcome to the Land of Dawn, where the Mongols have to win this one for them to survive the wild card, and for Incilio to win this one, making their chances to win the groups much more brighter.
Ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome to match of game number 3. For this particular group stage right now, the score is currently tied 1-1 between Incilio and the Mongols. And as you can see on your left and right hand of the screen, yes, it's going to be a Link up against a Nolan. Assassin classic battle, you know, each deal as time, but right now we shall see who would have the better advantage between one and another right now.
Yeah, very early rotation here coming in from Shenlin, able to deal damage against the mid duo, and now Maniac as well. Looks like they want to get a kill here, but Maniac with the Revitalize is able to survive. And so far, Justinian having the advantage, getting one in jungle camp here. But again, this pacing, Mongols looks like they don't mind speeding up, which is good, because if you put on aggression on the mid duo, then they won't be speeding up.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you right there. And the fact that not yet level 4, they are pumping up the tempo. It just shows that once they get that level 4, especially on the Link, they would want to go ham either on the top side or the bot side later on. Looking at the emblems right now, Wilderness Blessing for Valentina as well as Hilda being able to rotate much more faster when they use the reverse side, being able to get a much more extra movement speed, especially with the Vexana as well as the Khalid. So the roamers as well as the mid laners and the EXP laners are able to just move around the map quickly as possible.
Yeah, the Bruno as well, looking at the emblems, gonna have more crit as well as the Weapon Master. So it looks like in case the Link doesn't do well, the Bruno will have a pretty strong late game as well. Incilio have a good understanding, knowing that the Link will probably not contest for the turtle, immediately grabs it. So Incilio understands what's on the game, what's on the map here, that they have priority over all neutral objectives. So very good on them. They have a good macro understanding of the match.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they cleared that turtle very fast right there is quite surprising. But right now, Shenlin is going to get caught out. Flicker by Shenlin. Being used defensively. Okay, no first blood as of yet. As we approach the 3rd minute mark, the Link is still going to farm up. Zetsu could possibly need the first item before he makes any particular move.
Shenlin now sees Lovely is there. Shenlin doesn't have level 4 Implosion. Over to Shenlin, nowhere to escape. First blood for Justinian.
I like this kind of roamers, right? You know that you have a very big ultimate and you're not afraid to use it at all, even if it's against a singular target, right? Because you know that with one kill can ramp up even more. So knowing that, okay, I do have my Implosion, let's go on Khalid, let's go on Shenlin. He doesn't have his Flicker. This is an easy kill for us to give to Justinian, and let's do it, let's move to it. And Incilio did that with perfection.
Right now, again, the Mongols, as long as they're not losing by 2,000 gold, it's completely fine. Right now, it's only hovering around 1,000, which, again, you don't want to be in a condition where you're losing, but it's not that bad. Salmon Force has been used by Don't defensively to make sure that he doesn't get caught by 3 members of the Mongols.
I like how the Mongols want to take on a team fight, trying to get a kill, but you know, 3-man clumping up against the Harith and doesn't have any particular problem opening up the Zaman Force, shielding under his own turret as well. I mean, Mongols could use a much more better timing to be able to catch anyone out. You cannot just straight away front to back kind of style just show your face. It's such an easier way for you to react, or for Incilio to react.
But now, looks like an implosion being used, able to get two, but Lovely is the one gonna get taken down. Zetsu grabs the kill. Maniac is slowed down by Bankai, but looks like he wants Zetsu, but the Tempest of Blade. Bankai gets the kill, and now even Reaper is gonna get chased down using the flicker to save himself. It looks like the Mongols, they're not gonna continue. They gotta take what's good for them and now continue on farming. Zetsu able to get a kill and an assist. This is good for the Mongols.
And it's not so good for the Incilio side right there. They want to try to be able to dish out good amount of damage, trying to counter-engage the Mongols right there, but taking too much of a damage. Maniac right there was an easy food for the Mongols with the Temples of Blade and just the raw damage of Zetsu. But right now, focusing on the first turtle on the top side.
Oh, Justinian still able to grab the turtle. Looks like Shannon has to use the flicker. I was thinking whether they want to go for a fight there, but again, it's very unnecessary when you have a scaling comp. Let them have the turtle, it's completely fine.
Yeah, and also, if I may rewind back to that small team fight that happened on the bot side before the turtle was taken by the side of the Incilio, I like how the Valentina right there, I mean, just being a bit more aggressive by Reaper, but honestly, maybe not the right timing yet. You need to get a bit more of an item for him to be more aggressive with whatever skills that he steals from the side of the Mongols. So good initial aggression that Valentina has, but just have to be a bit more patient. And also the right timing.
Meiki a little bit slower compared to Ripper, but now Meiki has the first item, the glowing wand. Looking at the positioning from everyone, Incilio is not being as proactive as I would like, especially having the Tigreal here where they can force fights. But so far, he's holding on to his flicker. I think he can go for it now because Reaper and Justinian is very close by. He could have gone onto Meiki, especially because Meiki is using a flicker. Meiki is not using a Purify, so I don't know. Personally, for me, he could have gotten that kill, but now they want to go on to Bankai, and Bankai gets taken down by Dome.
Perfect Sacred Hammer right there by Lovely to just stop the movement of Bankai right there. And right now, Shanley is going to get caught up by the implosion. Summon Force 2. Just finish him off. Icing on the cake by Incilio. As you mentioned, you did comment about how you don't like Incilio playing a bit more, slow tempo, and they just immediately changed that narrative.
Yeah, and now having 1.6k gold lead, having the top turret as well is going to jump it out all the way to 2,000. This is the point where they start to ramp up. This is where they're starting to get stronger and stronger, especially when it's getting closer and closer to the Lord. Don't almost got a 1v1. Again, not enough just yet, but sooner or later, once the Holy Crystal comes in, he can take down Renex K.
The fact that there's no Holy Crystal as of yet, and yet don't be able to deal that kind of damage against a Bruno is very, very scary. So the future doesn't look well in terms of the damage output being able to withstand by the Mongols, but hey, they need to do something, and they need to do something immediately. Glorious Pathway was opened by Bankai, but just a tad bit too late right there.
Right now, the Mongols, they're struggling for farm. Renex K so far hasn't participated in anything just yet, 0, 0, and 0. But again, it looks like the farmers of the team are just doing that. They're just farming. I just hope that they understand that at one point they have to fight back.
Lovely.
Lovely is there. He has the flicker. And actually now, 7 minutes in, and we're only commenting about this now.
Yeah.
No one from Mongols has Purify. Lovely can be much more aggressive here.
I mean, Dono is the one who's using Purify.
Yeah.
I mean, in the side of Incilio.
It took me 8 minutes to be like, they don't have Purify. Lovely could be more aggressive here.
Yes, Lovely have to be aggressive. I mean, if you see a moment where 3, 2, 4 men of Mongols clump up, that is the time for you to go. But right now, on the top side, Tempest of Blade. No kills? No?
Yeah, no. Even Justinian understands that he can probably survive that battle. In fact, maybe he could have gotten the kill. I don't know. As a tanker now, I'm like, yo, lovely, start something, yo.
Do something!
Yeah, but now Zetsu is able to get the top lane turret. Now they're on to Zetsu, and Zetsu gets taken down. That's not what you want to see.
The fact that they got the kill without the help of Lovely just shows that, fine, Lovely, if you won't do it, we will kill the hard way, the long way. Just immediately beat him down with just pure raw damage right now. But I think Lovely just trying to wait for that moment, that particular moment, trying to catch 4 or 5 member outs right now, because he knows Incilio is on the upper hand. So there's no need for Lovely to play, ultra aggressive, ultra fancy right now. So just keep it simple. Incilio is on the driving seat right now. The Mongols right now, they have to respond.
This is why he's a professional player, and we keep losing rank.
Because we're forcing.
We're forcing everything. Like, go! It's like, okay, how did we lose that fight, guys? I mean, I had a good setup. I had a good setup. What's wrong with you guys?
Yeah, but that is the biggest differences between mindset, right? I mean, if we were in the game right now, we would want to, make all those fancy plays. But I mean, this is not the way of the professional player. They know that they have the advantage, and even bigger advantage as they secure the Lord. For Incilio, this could be used to at least get one singular inhibitor turret either on top or on the bot side.
Right now, 5,000 gold lead for Incilio. This is a good time to check out the items. 10 minutes in, we have to see if Zetsu already has his Trinity items. And it looks like he has his 3 items here.
Almost.
He has the Hunter Strike, the Blade of Despair, as well as the... Oh! Okay, I'm looking at different graphics here. He's almost... Wait.
What are you looking at?
Wait, is that his items?
4?
Does he have the Haskell?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, never mind. I was actually looking at Nolan. I was looking at Nolan.
Yeah, look at Nolan.
I haven't seen Ling for a while. That's why I was so confused. Like, what? These are the items for him? This doesn't look like Ling items. Like, okay, my bad.
Okay, hold on to your seat right now. This could be the moment for Lovely right now. This could be the moment. There's 4 people right there. Come on, Lovely. I mean, waiting for the okay, sorry. Focus.
He's the professional player, right?
Properly.
Show respect.
My bad.
Come on, man.
Zetsu is in deep trouble right now. He gets away free? Oh, okay. I was gonna say like he is in deep trouble, but he gets away for free to be able to defend, to be able to create that great wall of defense right now. Lord is marching on the bot side. Conceal.
Right
Everything is being thrown right now.
A lot of flicker has been used by the Mongols. And Incilio, they're being very disciplined here. Raging Sandstorm hits on to no one. Incilio is able to get a lot. Battle spells, ultimates, a lot from the Mongols. And now they can safely siege against the turret. Even Shenlin is taking quite a lot of damage.
If Wishing Lantern was built upon that, Valentina, that could deal a much more damage right now. Glorious Pathway, defensively by Bankai, but focus on the top side, getting that inhibitor turret, the first inhibitor turret for Incilio.
Yeah, right now the Mongols are in a very bad spot. And this time I'm looking at the items properly. Yes, only 2 items for the Ling. Haven't completed the Blade of Despair just yet. For the Bruno, having 3 items now, the Haskell, the Berserker Fury, as well as the Malefic Gun. Looks like it's still not enough. So, yeah, it's going to be very disappointed. And Bankai gets taken here. Not able to run away. Don't secures another kill.
That's such a good feeling for Lovely, right? Being able to catch anyone out, we just use the use of your Sacred Hammer. Not too good for Bankai. I think that he knows Lovely was in there, and yet he still want to face check that bush, and he got punished right there.
Yeah, and now looks like the mid inhibitor will be taken down. Incilio 8,000 gold lead. Win rate prediction 92% for Incilio. Only 8% win here for the Mongols. Zetsu hasn't even hit level 15 just yet. This is a very, very bad position to be in for the Mongols because you have the Ling, you want to be able to survive the late game, but now 2 inhibitors down and you haven't completed your 3 items. It's not a good place to be.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a bit more positive for the Mongols, right? I'm trying to see a way for them to crawl their way back. And honestly, the answer to that question is 1. Mistake by Incilio, and Mongols try to capitalize on it. That's one or maybe the only way for the Mongols to be able to crawl their way back. And I don't see anything else because they can't start a team fight. They have to react.
The Mongols have to suffer another loss.
Unfortunately for the Mongols, they did show a great showcase, a great showing in match number 1, but could not replicate that kind of performance in a game number 2 or in game number 3. And talking about game number 3, it was a drive-by, a win of Sail by Incilio, who gets the win, who gets the ultimate victory up against the Mongols. With Tigral not, needing to do too much, they just stick to their game plan. They played accordingly. They knew their job desk. They knew their description. And yeah, there's no need for wild plays. There's no need for fancy plays for Incilio.
This is what we were expecting coming in from Incilio, where they're playing more controlled. They're not forcing things out.
Yeah.
And again, I would say in game number 1, they did it a little bit too much, where they don't really find any ways for them to start a fight. In game number 3, especially, they don't really start the fight, but they're able to grab objectives. That's the biggest change from game number 1 and game number 3, is that even without aggression, they're able to get something. In game number 1, because of the non-aggression, they allow the opposing team to get a lot.
Not too sure if it's because of the Tigral. They were afraid to start anything. They were afraid to step forward, a bit more aggressive, a bit more in-your-face kind of style. Maybe they were, caught off guard a bit. Maybe they were afraid that, okay, there might be an implosion, there might be a sacred hammer. If not, there could be many other threats by the side of Incilio. So the fearness of them took control of the Mongols and played very defensively from minute number 1 up until the end.
My only question is, you already said, if it's not broken, why fix it?
Yeah.
The Barat won them a game. Why not pick up the Barat? The Granger won them the game, got the MVP. They had a chance to pick it up in game number 3, but they didn't pick it up.
They had the chance.
They had a chance, especially the Barats. The Barats was able to single one target. The Hylos just like, whoa.
And especially the order that they picked, the Khalid and the Hylos was a bit questionable as well. Picking it from pick number 1 and pick number 2 just destroyed the option of being flexible. I mean, could also be one of the issues right there. But as we take a deeper look on the itemization, Lafel did mention on how the lane was well behind. Even after the game ended, he still did not manage to grab the third item, which is the Blade of Despair, in comparison to Justinian. I mean, even
Full
the
items.
GDS was even being picked up by him as well.
12.5 5,000 difference, 4,000 over. That's a very big difference when it comes to the gold. And look at the kill score as well, 5-2. In this for them to grab that objective. Renex K in this game was not involved at all, 0-0 and 0. No assists, no deaths, and no kills. A lot of it they weren't able to really capitalize on it.
Yeah, I mean, apart from the implosion, right, by Lovely, they did had another threat, which is Reaper using the Valentina, and especially constantly stealing the time. Reaper had the opportunity to use it. And it's not necessarily to get kills, but it's just a matter of get turrets, to get turtle, or even to get the Lord. So I think that could also add on the fearness of the Mongols. We are afraid of the implosion. We are also afraid of the stolen Eternal Guard by Reaper.
Let me just say as well, I feel like moving forward, if Incilio does get to the M6 Swiss stage, a lot of attention will be on to Maniac, because so far Maniac has used two heroes, the Hylos as well as the Hilda, and both performing exceptionally well. In game number 1, not so great, 0-6 and 0, but other than that, Maniac has been very consistent. He's been able to having this force engages, false engages, where it looks like Incilio is looking for a fight, but then they just kite it back. So I feel like Maniac is also one of the reasons why they've been winning a lot of games. In fact, I'm still gonna say this. In his own region, 100% win rate on the Arlet.
Wow.
6 games used, 6 games won.
That could be the eye opener for any other teams going up against Incilio. Not to mention Dawn, how his hyper very large hero pool, very beneficial for any team that have him right now. Being able, that is any coach's dream, right? You give this, don't be able to use that. You give that, don't be able to use that.
I want to look at the damage here. Look at Rin XK, look at Zetsu. 11,000, 12,000. The Rome Khalid it did the second highest damage in the game, almost the highest damage.
You compare that with Lovely, who is not a damaging roamer right now.
Oh my goodness.
T-Crowd is not a damaging roamer.
And Zetsu.
Right? That just explains
they were
it a lot.
They were not in a good position to do much.
It's very hard. But right now, we have to nominate one for game number 3, and that guy is gotta be the Valentina user, which is Reaper 1-0-3. Again, nothing too fancy, just played well, all around good gameplay. Yesterday got the play of the game, today got one of the MVPs, and yeah, I mean, what more can you say? Just the stabilizer.
Yeah, the stabilizer. Honestly, Reaper has been doing quite well. Interesting note here where instead of using the Stardom Scythe, he went for the Enchanted Talisman for his Valentina build. So really just want to spam the Shadow Strike to control the opposing side. And now we're going to look at some highlights coming in from Reaper. But in game number 3, honestly, there's not much because in this game, again, not a lot happened. 5 to 2 or 3 kills. So yeah, just very quick ones.
Clean gameplay by Incilio. Nothing too fancy, nothing too extraordinary, nothing too out of the box. But I think that could also be the fact that the Mongols played very passively. The fact that they could not be aggressive, the fact that they were in fear, I would say, helped Incilio to win that game, really well. And right now, let's take a look at the overall standings for wildcard stage.
Yeah, Incilio is still on top of Group B. They've lost 1 game so far, but they still managed to win 2 matches. So 2-0, 2 points, 4-1. And right now, RQ Akira, if they're able to get a clean 2-0, then they're looking a little bit better in terms of topping the groups. But then if they get to that stage, then it's probably going to be between Incilio and RQ Akira to be the one to actually get out of Group B.
Yeah. Next match, we do have a Group E match between the FYG as well as DK Esport. But we do have a news for you guys where the Mongols are officially out of the wildcard stage with not being able to win any of the match. I mean, yes, they won one of the matches.
One more match.
Today, so
they have one more match, but again, it's like, okay, so just for folks at home to understand, the Mongols are still playing. It's just that they're not able to
make it through.
Yeah. Getting that #1 spot of Group B is no longer possible for them. And because Incilio has a 2-0, the likelihood of it to be a tiebreaker situation is much smaller.
Yeah, sure. But honestly, I mean, this could be a good thing for the Mongols. I mean, playing without any pressure. And right now, for them to be able to get much more experience under their belt could be the idea for the Mongols. As we mentioned, not much competition is going too much on the Mongolian side. So again, absorbing as much as possible in their time in Malaysia right now is the idea for the Mongols. And who knows, we shall see them in the upcoming stages or in the upcoming tournaments.
Yeah, so that's it for game number 1. Shout outs to Incilio, able to win that 1-2-1. But now for you guys at home, grab your tickets now because apparently we have more. And you'll get to win a 16 of the world's best teams clashing out on day 1 and day 2 of the Swiss stage. I didn't know we're still giving out tickets. Guys, make sure, get it quick, because trust me, by the end of the day, it's going to be sold out. Like trust me, get it as fast as you can.
And to be fair, the venue that we have right now, D1 for Dinamuto and on the Swiss stage is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, we have everything here. Of course, we do have the entertainment, the jam-pack events, action-pack as well. And if you guys are worried about food, don't worry. There's a lot of food stalls around here.
I heard something, but I'm not so sure what I heard. Oh, SRG's first match is on. Yeah. They won it. Yeah.
I mean, homegrown buff.
Yeah, there you go. But it's
buff.
not just SRG, everyone's playing. So day 1, day 2, best of 1 is the Swiss stage. That's where you get to experience. And day 1, probably you get to see them drawing the slots for who is 1-0 and then 0-1 and everything like that.
Hey, the fact that you come for day number 1 and day number 2, there's a lot of matches you get to see as well.
Yes!
Like
8 matches!
A lot of match, a lot of action as well, and a lot of players you get to see as well. So grab your tickets now.
And now we got to talk about the match coming up next. Is Dianfeng Yaoguai going up against GK Esports, where Dianfeng Yaoguai honestly surprised a lot of folks at home watching how they played yesterday. They're looking very good. GK Esports unfortunately lost yesterday. We got to see today if they pick up some new strats to deal with Dianfeng Yaoguai.
Position number 2.
You want to try saying their name?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I'll pass.
I practice so much. I'm going to say it as much as I can, so I get the value from the practice. Dianfeng Yaoguai.
I think for the weekend, I need to be able to practice how to say their name much more, so that coming on the Swiss stage, I can pronounce their name if they make it to Swiss stage.
Well, with that being said, we're going for a short break here. And trust me when we say it's going to be a short break. After this, immediately it's going to be Dianfeng Yaoguai going up against GK Esports. We'll see you guys then for the next Best of 3.
For ultimate glory starts now.
Mobile Legend M6 Swiss Watch.
Let me tell you, that was probably the fastest toilet run I've ever had. But that's the wild card for you. We're starting it fast. We're just jumping in. 5-minute break. Next game. We're again. Which, by the way, just now we met Long S. Long S. By the way, my name is Rafael and this is Adin, and we met Long S, and he was like, "Hey, assalamualaikum." I was like, "Yeah, walaikum salam."
Well, I mean, he speaks
Long S.
Malay,
He speaks Malay.
much more Malay than I am.
No, much more Malay than Gideon.
Yeah, and Gideon doesn't even speak.
We can
that.
speak Malay. I feel like if you put us both on the Malay desk, I think we can do a good
I
job.
think we can. We might be able to do it, right?
Yeah, I think we can. But now let's talk about Tianfeng Yaguai going up against DK Esports. You want to try?
Nah.
All right. Tianfeng Yaguai
Okay.
looked extremely well yesterday. Both Sasa as well as Long S have really been vocal about their experience so far coaching the team. And so far the team does look very, very strong, which I have to really applaud them because they've really changed, right? The last time we see them in the wildcards, they were still trying to figure out how to really pilot around the game. But now, looking very good.
Especially when I look at their game in their qualifiers up against KBG, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they lost 3-2. But honestly, all the games that they played have been very impressive. It's been quite good. It's not like they lost in a landslide, but you know, a bit of mechanical skills issue, discipline issue as well. They need to fix that, and I'm pretty sure if, let's say again, if they were the one who make it out to the Swiss stage, they would be the dark horse.
Do you hear that?
What's wrong?
I hear the beating heart.
Okay.
The beating heart of Kadia City, the gaming and esports district, the world's first real-life gaming hub, and a beacon of gaming culture. If you guys can visit Kadia, go over to Kadia Gaming and say hi. Or if you're a Muslim heritage, you can say assalamu alaikum.
Yeah. Oh, peace be upon you.
Peace be upon you as well, if you want to do it in English. Either way, it's fine.
I definitely agree with you right there. Are we gonna see another full-length best of 3 for this game?
No, we're gonna see standings. We're gonna see standings first. That was a good question, but you know, we gotta see how everyone is in the groups. Okay, now we're looking at Group A. Uvenar is that number 1 because they're 2-0.
Yep.
Tianfeng Yaguai, say it with me.
Tianfeng Yaoguai.
Yeah, there you go. 2-1. Both have the same 1 points here. So what Tianfeng Yaguai wants to do is try to win a 2-0. If they have a 2-0 and then later on Uvenar gets a 2-1, that, you know, there's a better chance for them to get, you know, forward and actually get out of Group A.
If let's say Tianfeng Yaoguai
It's okay, it takes time.
Yeah, managed to get like a clean win today, that could give a big pressure to Ofetnar to maintain their number 1 spot and to be able to make it to the last round of wildcard, right?
Yeah.
Because only one team are able to move forward in each group. So this match is very important for, of course, the FYG and of course Ofetnar to be able to, you know, just watch out for the FYG. What can they do?
We got to talk about Geeky as well. If Geeky loses here, they're going to get eliminated. So far, we've seen the Mongols getting eliminated. Geeky Esports, they're in the same situation. This is a reverse Swiss round where yesterday everyone's on equal gun, but this time the winners are fighting against the losers, and so far it's not really looking good. Geeky Esports, if they lose this one, again, I cannot stress this enough, Tianfeng Yaguai will be very happy. Geeky Esports, however, might be eliminated.
Ofetnar won't be happy.
Ulfanar.
They won't be happy because that will take them to the number 2 spot. And they have to win their next game. So honestly, this game is very, very important for all of the teams in Group E. So we shall see what we have in store. Because the Mongols in our previous match just now, yes, backs against the wall, but they've proven themselves, hey, we can still at least win one of the games, right? Maybe Geeky Esports can replicate the same, but even much more better.
You know what? I feel like happiness is not real.
Why?
I feel like happiness is just an illusion. It's a chemical reaction of what your body perceives as feeling good. But that's what I said. Okay. Now let's see what the quote from the player / coach / manager says. It looks like this one is coming in from KLVJ, where he said, the scene in China has been improving. Teams are catching up and it's becoming competitive. During the M6 qualifiers, there's even a team that got eliminated early despite having 2 imports.
Ooh.
This means that China's gameplay is stepping up. And we know the Chinese region, they're very well known in their MOBA scene. They're very strong, and it's only a matter of when, not if, for the Chinese region.
And also how they adapt very, very quickly as well with any particular matter, with any particular patches. The adaptability of the China region is superb in comparison to any other regions out there. And yes, I do have to back up with KLVJ's quote. Seeing how not only the FYG's gameplay or even KBG's gameplay so far have been improving quite a lot. So I honestly deep down would want to see 2 of the China teams make it to the Swiss round stage to be able to see how far can they go, how far have they learned, how far have they adapt as well. And of course, they can only deal with what's in front of them. And right now, the FYG, what's in front of them is the wildcard stages. They have to make it out. But it's not going to be easy, especially going up against GK Sport today. We shall see what are they made of.
Yeah, KLVJ so far, yesterday he used Phovius, he used the Hilda. He's known in the Chinese region as Xiao K, the small K. And so far, he's looking very big on those 2 picks. The Phovius stopping any kind of movement coming in from the EXP, and the Hilda just controlling the entire game. If I can offer any kind of advice, don't give Xiao K that Hilda. If possible, the Phovius, but I don't think you have much of a choice there.
I mean, if we take a look at the history of game or match number 1 just now, Hilda was led through all of the games.
Yeah,
game
3 times.
1, game 2, game 3. And the same team picked that Hilda up, and that team managed to get a win. So if anything that, history has teaches us, you need to learn from it. You need to be able to take the lessons from it and to be able to improve even further. But maybe, who knows? The FYG have something up their sleeves. Like a surprise pick. Anything up your sleeves?
Yeah,
Any biscuits?
Gadasi.
It's fine. Maybe not now. Maybe tomorrow.
But now we already have a hot topic here. Second pick teams are having over 60% win rate. But why?
Because they won.
No, bagilah analitik si K. Kau jangan sampai
Okay.
aku cakap Melayu. Tolonglah.
Okay, I know you're pissed when you start talking in Malay, although I don't understand what you just mentioned just now. It's because of you do have the flexibility of having a lot more hero pools for you, for yourself. And also, you don't need to ban out those important heroes, right? You don't need to ban out like something like a Suyo. You don't need to ban out something like a Yves. As of now, very, very strong. The Juxin as well. Although, yes, second team picks are banning quite a good amount of Juxin as well. So, the fact that you don't need to ban out strong heroes is a big win for you already. So, you save a lot more in terms of your banning options.
It's about the mindset.
Mindset.
What if you're like, I don't care, I'm first pick or second pick, I'm not going to ban the strong heroes anyways. Let the Hilda through 3 times. It's all about mindset.
Then there is a trade-off. What do you get in return, and what do you have to give to your opponent?
Yeah, for me, it's all about getting those first 2 heroes. Because, folks, let me tell you, okay, I don't want to break my glass. It's not on the headset.
It was
Never
bound
mind,
to be
never
cool.
mind.
It was bound to be very, very cool. But yeah, sometimes things just doesn't work. No,
I feel like my wife will be disappointed. I tried to look cool, but I couldn't.
it's fine. At least you have a
L
wife.
for Lafel. L for Lafel. Anyways, yeah, I feel like second pick right now. I feel like the sample size is too small. I feel like when we start the Swiss stage, that's when we can really see the difference. But this is a good measure. What wildcard is and what Swiss stage is going to be different. It's going to be interesting to see if the data from Swiss stage and the data from wildcard is different. It will also be interesting if it's the same. No matter what, with the right mindset, everything is interesting.
Yeah, honestly, let's take a look at the team lineup for both of these teams. Who will be their main fight for DFYG? We have Lung.
We got Long, we got PCU, E1, Z, as well as KLVJ, the Xiao K, the small K. It's pronounced PCU.
Or for the
Yes, the roamer.
Roamer.
Yeah, there you go. I'm basically part Chinese now.
I don't think you can claim that as of yet. You need,
No, dude.
do
I've
have
been
one-
pronouncing everything perfectly.
we do have one
sound
friend
like a
who can
native.
claim that she is part Chinese technically. And she's like over
Hey,
there.
she saw me and she said, "Ni hao ma."
And you reply?
I replied. But now I want to talk about GK Esports. We got Carvey, Shen, Smile, Zeno, as well as Samo. Something that I don't know if we should really be put on attention here, but I really want to know about their communication because I was watching their game off stream.
Okay.
Because, during that time, both Mustafa and Gideon was on duty. I look at their camps and they don't seem like they're talking a lot. And I feel like going up against a team like Tianfeng Yaguai, where they pick up picks like the Kaja, where they can force fights whenever they want, you need a lot of communication.
Yeah, communication is definitely the key right now. That is something that we may not have the knowledge of or even the information of, but I mean, we can speculate as much as we want, but to be fair, GK Sport knows this as well, and they have to fix whatever issues that they may have before the game starts. We have less than 3 minutes left to go, and we shall see how GK Esports will perform or will respond in this particular game.
All right. And now we have chatted against Zed. What is one thing that people don't know about you? And he said, I live in China and Spain, so I can speak English, Spain, and Mandarin. I can also understand some Portuguese. Did I say something else?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I said Spanish.
You said Spain, I think, just now.
No.
That's
You
fine.
guys heard it wrong.
English or Spanish? And with that being said, guys, that is the fun fact of one of the players by DFYG living in China and Spain. That's very multi-role. Multinational, not role. You may speak, by the way. It was just a joke.
Okay. I was afraid to answer.
Yeah,
I was afraid to answer because I don't speak Spanish, which is funny because my grandma and granddad does speak Spanish, but I can't.
I mean, you can a little bit, I guess. Unos.
Yeah, unos,
it
dos,
unos
tres,
or
cuatro,
unos?
cinco.
Is it uno or unos? Is that an
Uno.
S? Uno.
I don't know. It might be copyrighted.
Yeah, never mind.
Anyways, right now in Tianfeng Yaguai, we can see Long being very
Quiet.
quiet, yes. And now Geeke,
Hey, look at that.
They look like they're having fun.
See, who says communication is an issue for them?
Yeah, okay, maybe they had a joke.
Yeah. Or maybe
What
someone
is a
farted.
good clean joke I can tell on stream?
Yeah, I don't think...
Okay, I have a joke. I have a joke.
Okay, go for it.
If in the United States of America,
Alright.
they call it Smile, which is great because we have a player named Smile. If in the United States of America they smile, does everyone else around the world we kilometer?
A math/distance joke.
Yeah.
Just did there.
Get it?
Smart.
Smile, kilometer.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Good. Good
Yeah.
clean joke. Good clean joke.
Very clean. Very knowledgeable as well.
Okay. We'll see how Trex responds to that. If he's still alive, I don't know if he's if he's sleeping right now.
Time zone
Time zone
differences.
Yeah, time zone differences.
Alright, never mind. This is the sweetheart of Malaysia right now. Kage or Sasa. As he would like to call himself, I suppose. But not as a player, but as a coach right now. Doing quite well for himself and for his team as well. But of course, job is not done. He needs to get a win here up against GK Esports. And of course, who enters any particular tournament or competition wants to lose this. So GK Esports won't give them a fun ride, won't give them anything away. So we shall see, we shall definitely see in the drafting phase between DFYG up against I almost forgot
It's
the
all right. Right now we have Geeke here, Coach Yako and Coach Sasa for Tianfeng Yaguai. Coach Yako immediately bans out that Hilda, the Phobius, and the Eve. Both heroes that KLVJ has shown he can use. Both are taken out. So probably a Hylos or a Gato Kacha is up next because they do roughly the same thing. Tianfeng Yaguai banning out the Fanny as well as the Jushin.
Why? Why would you
Why?
ban out the Jushin if you're on the second?
Because Geeke will pick it first pick.
Correct. I was like,
Okay.
why would you ban it? Right. Never mind. I'll take
Hey,
it
first pick Jushin. Let me tell you, if Sakai's on the lane can't kill the Jushin, I don't think anyone can. I'm just putting it out there, like if Sakai
Yeah.
can do it, no one can do it.
Just gamble it,
Always
What
on the way.
makes you think that GK Esports will take that Jushin in the first pick, in the first place?
It's a strong hero. It's a strong hero. It's a strong hero. I got no ways to answer that. It's a strong hero.
Okay, never mind. Let's take a look at the first pick right now. The fact that the Hilda has been banned out. Cho is open. Cho has a very good track record so far in the wildcard stage. If not, Hylos is open. We've seen it quite a few times. Hylos being picked up very, very early on. But the win rate is not as good. Started with what, 26%, and I'm pretty sure it's much more lower as of just now. Hylos did not manage to get a win. So let's see, GK Spot gonna open up with the Cho.
All right, 6 picks, 6 wins, 100% win rate. And now Dianfen Yaguai. Do they pick up the Suyo? And we have to see what is going to be the priority EXP here. Do they want to pick up the Highlands and such? Pisiu is a mythical Chinese creature that symbolizes wealth, good fortune, and protection. The word also can be interpreted as fierce beast.
Pisiu. Fierce beast.
Fierce beast.
I like that. I like that.
Beast.
I definitely like that. I would hope that...
I like Ayman.
I hope that
lucky leader.
Translate into his own gameplay, you know? Fierce beast right now. Right now, Chip! There we go! Finally! We talk about it. We talk about it, and now making the first appearance in the wildcard stage.
All right. Chip EXP.
Don't push it too far.
Okay, maybe not. But yeah, Chip finally picked up here. We're gonna see how Dianfen Yaguai uses it, because like we talked about before, it's not about a good chip user, it's about a good chip team, right? Like a Louis, like everything else. Like any kind of macro type of hero, it's all about how you move as a team. Very well coordinated teams really use the altar very well, the portals. But now, how does Geekay respond to this? They can still flex the Cho going to the EXP if they so choose.
Are they gonna pick up the Louis here? Because I feel like this is a trap by the FYG if they pick up the Louis. Okay, they don't pick it up, pick up the Aurora. It's a very good counter engagement if, let's say, the portal has been used by the chip. You can use your Frigid Glacier immediately to just be defensive, as well as the Khalid. I was gonna say, if let's say GK Esports pick up the Louis, that could be a trap, because the FYG have the Valentina, so you know you would have 2 teleportation abilities to use upon GK Spot, but that wouldn't be the case for now.
Yeah, looks like they pick up the Valentina after seeing the Cho. So far, the Valentina has quite a lot of good ults here. The Raging Sandstorm, the Frigid Glacier, and now the Suyo has been picked up, which I feel like the first 3 picks for both DK as well as Dianfen Yaguai is very solid here, where DK, they can start the force fights. They have a very good front line as well as backup from the Aurora. When it comes to Dianfen Yaguai, they're very much flexible in their draft for now. Not in the terms of the roles, but what do they play in the roles, right? Like the Valentina can stop rotations coming in from mid, but of course she can be a utility mage. The Chip as well.
I agree.
Can flank, can be a front line. We'll see what they choose to do so with Chip.
Very flexible so far for the playstyle of the FYG. They ban out the Joy as one of their bans. I would thought that they would want to ban out the good laners in their banning phase. Something like a Nathan, something like a Harith as well, who poses a good threat up against the side of the FYG. Meanwhile, GK Sports Gatat Kacha has been banned out by their side, not allowing any kind of a frontliner, very tanky with the Revitalize, can poses a good amount of threat as well. So the FYG, if I were to choose their good laner for Lung, I would want a pure good laner, a pure marksman. Bruno is very, very good.
It's one of his favorites, man. Like if the
Comfort
Bruno is
hero.
Comfort, very, very much comfort. So far, he used 2 hero. He's used the Bruno and the Moskov. And he used both of them very, very well. Dianfen Yaguai, they banned out the Harith, which Harith is a good matchup against both Bruno as well as Moskov. I would say Moskov, you can still fight against it, but yeah, overall, very good bans here. GK, they want to see 1, 2, 3. 3 EXP laners have been banned out. Do they want to go all in and ban out maybe even the Hylos?
Oh yeah, Hylos is still open so far. They could make that ban actually.
The thing is, I feel like another pickup that Dianfen Yaguai can pick is something like Edith.
For the EXP?
Yeah, for the EXP. Like in case if the Hylos is not there.
To protect lives.
Yeah, so 4 bans on KLVJ.
Edith, I'm not sure if CC is quite good for the side of the FYG. good hero, but in terms of combining with the chip, I'm not too sure about that. So Edith could be a good option in my very own opinion, but not for the fourth pick. You can wait it out. You can pick your own good leaders. You can pick your Bruno for Lung. If not Bruno, you still have the Cloud, you still have the carry as well, but stick with your comfort hero. As Lafel mentioned, Moskov is gonna get picked up. What I like about Moskov is you can use the teleportation to get there immediately, or you can use your Spear of Destruction.
Or you go inside the shortcut, hear me out, and then use the Spear of Destruction, going back to your lane. So you go back to your lane. So you teleport in and then you teleport out with your ultimate. You know?
I agree. Why not? You get back immediately, and then you don't lose any particular wave. You don't lose any.
I mean, if someone is there, of course.
And you hit your
spear. Which, to be fair, Lung has been hitting those spears. He's very good at targeting the Spear of Destruction.
We shall see if he uses that particular motion of skills to his own liking. But right now, GK Esports would need their very own jungler. Nolan is still there.
Alpha is still open as well.
Correct.
Granger and Nolan.
Okay.
This is a very aggressive lineup from Geeky.
All in team
I like it.
They do have good range with the Granger. They also have a good gap closer with the Chow. Crowd control by the Khalid as well as the Aurora. So all around, I like the draft from Geeky. How well will they use all these heroes? We shall see.
Honestly, Arlet is not a bad pickup here if KLVJ wants it as well, because we can see them talking about this. They need a little bit more crowd control. In my personal opinion, the chip has very good crowd control, especially with the first skill, but again, no such thing as too much if you have enough damage, and I feel like they have enough damage.
I mean, if Arlot does deal good amount of damage as well with crowd control, but it's gonna be the CC. I did mention it, I'm not sure how well it will fare out with the team, but hey, they are the professional players, so they know this will work.
Chip, shortcuts in, and then you throw out those yo-yos. Probably stopping both Joe and Nolan. Like, you can use the ult onto either or, and then at that point, maybe it's gonna be easier for you to get your targets. We're definitely gonna see how this Chi-Chi works out.
All right, this is gonna be game number 1 between GK Esports up against DFYG. The CC will definitely go up against the Chow. It's going to be a very interesting matchup on the EXP side, but again, a very classic jungler matchup, assassin matchup between these two.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the second match of the day. We ask, where is Chip? And Denfeng Yaguai has showed up with the Chip here, but Carvey is on that Granger. We'll see how the Granger fares in this matchup. Welcome to the Line of Dawn, the first game, Denfeng Yaguai going up against GK Esports.
Hold on to your seats, guys. This is going to be a very, very rough ride, because I do expect a lot of team fights, a lot of small scrimmages is going to happen once both of these assassins, junglers, hit level 4 later on. We definitely have to focus on the turtle team fight later on, especially with the shortcut, with the macro gameplay of Pishu using the chip.
Interesting here, because if we're looking at the emblem setup here for Carvey, having the lethal ignition as well as the Master Assassin, looks like he wants to win out the lane. But if you look at Lung has Master Assassin as well. So this is going to be very interesting how the gold lane is going to shape up, because I have no idea how does the Moscow fare against the Granger gold lane.
Yeah, I definitely agree. We shall see later on. Also, one thing to note that we shall see if, let's say, this Granger or Carvey's Granger is going to build up the War Axe, similar to how we've seen previously just now. So definitely a point to take on to. But as we take a look at the minimap, Samo is going to get, a bit of pressured by the CC as well as Zed being on the bot side. Meanwhile, on the top side, Zeno as well as the Khalid just, helping the Nolan try to get the level 5 before the first turtle arises.
Yeah. PCU is there making sure that he can handle Shen and make sure that Lung is able to freeze his lane more effectively inside of his own lane.
Yeah, correct, definitely correct. We're approaching the 2nd minute mark. No kill as of yet. Of course, still too early on. These are not early game aggression kind of lineup or early game aggression kind of tempo style play. definitely the first turtle definitely should have some first blood here and there, but as we take a look, Zeno is gonna get pinned down by Pichu first of all.
Yeah, first blood for KLVJ. It's okay, and now they want to continue on. Frigid Glacier onto Shen. Shen is able to heal up, but now Samo is there. Wave the Dragon onto the member of Dianfeng Yaguai. They got KLVJ. Now PCU trying to make sure that Yiwan is able to deal damage. And there you go! Spear of Destruction from Lung, able to get the kill, and now Zed grabs the turtle.
All the way from China, Lung throwing out that spear of destruction and hitting it point blank, getting that kill from a range. Hey, you thought Granger had a damaging long range kind of skill? You thought wrong. Moskov can do the same. But as we take a look at the instant replay, Pichu immediately went forward, get the kill up against Zeno. Well, technically KLVJ who got the kill, but he was the one who initiated that team fight even further. And yes, it prolonged a bit more because I think GK Esports has good crowd controlling skill. But look at the minimap. Moskov just timing and waiting for that perfect moment to get a kill against Shen.
And all the while, Samo got a double kill as well. And another fight continues. Shen grabs KLVJ. And now Yiwan as well as PCU has to get out of there. Again, I got to talk about the Cho. Samo, he did die, but so far doing a great job. Able to get away to Dragon in the previous fight. So Dianfeng Yaguai and GK, for now, looking very even. It's like when one person wants to fight, the others respond.
I definitely agree. And on the top side, to be fair, Carvey are doing quite well, to be honestly. Just holding his ground right now, but Pichu is going to go forward up against Smile.
Oh yeah, Smile now triggering the passive, but Zed secures the kill. Dianfeng Yaguai being much more aggressive here. But GK Esports, they're looking for their opportunity as well, but Zeno unable to get a kill onto Yiwan.
I like how Pichu is playing right now. Very aggressive, not shying away from those team fight and not shying away from engaging, starting on a team fight. Looking at the bot side, Samo have to be a bit more careful. He knows that Zed is, all around his own place. Pichu is not moving anywhere, not using the shortcut at any given time, just waiting it out because he knows that the next turtle is gonna arise on the bot side and he wants to start a team fight before this turtle arrives. But I don't think he has any particular opportunity to do so. Looking at the top, Zed is gonna focus on to clear those jungler minion first before he rotates back on to this turtle.
And right now, they can do a gank on the gold lane because PCU is here. He can use the shortcut for them to continue contesting this turtle. So hold on, Spear of Destruction. Unable to hit onto anyone. So no vision is being brought through by Dianfeng Yaguai. GK Esports, they're hovering around the turtle. They're also looking for an opportunity. KLVJ so far has died twice. Probably going to be their target if they want this turtle.
Top side, Harvey.
Up looking at top here. Looks like Harvey on that Granger is able to survive going up against the Suyo. But right now the shortcut, Zeno still secures it. But Long gets a kill onto Smile. Now KLVJ gets a kill onto one of the members of GK Esports looking for Samo. Samo has no HP left. KLVJ really wants it. And then he finds Samo. And Samo able to get taken down still by KLVJ, but denying the double kill.
I have to give props to everyone from Dianfeng Yaguai. Is that how you pronounce it?
Close enough.
Yeah, because how they use their own skill when they enter the teleport, right? When they enter the teleport, they know that, okay, the fight is going to be at the turtle, and we know what we want to do. Everyone knows their own job desk. Everyone knows what they wanted to do once that teleport has been opened up. And honestly, as you mentioned, it's not about the chip user, it's about how you play with the chip. And right now, the FYG is showing how this chip can be a very crucial hero for them.
Right now, I'm looking at Shen. Shen doesn't have the ult just yet. He doesn't have the Raging Sandstorm to initiate a fight. And right now, looks like they do want to fight. Samo tries to go in, unable to get any kind of kick going on. PCU is looking at Samo, and Samo finds PCU. The shortcut being used, and now they're going on to Samo. The kick connects on to KLVJ, but the vengeance keeps him alive. And now GK Esports, they have to retreat.
I mean, good kick by Samo. It's just that the target was too thick to be able to taken care of, especially with the Vengeance as well. And Geeky Esport are quite well behind in terms of goal and also itemization to be able to burst down the CC even with a Vengeance. Honestly, good attempt by Samo, but needs to do a bit more better, especially his own teammates right now, Carvey, Shen, Smile, as well as Zeno.
Right now, looking at the rotation, Demfeng Yaguai with 5.3k gold lead. Now they want to rush down the turtle. Again, only PCU is there just in case if anyone wants to teleport in, but never mind. Everyone is going for the turtle. They're saving the shortcut for something else. Down at the bottom lane, all 5 members. DK is there, and the Spear of Destruction, it hits. Goes on to Zeno. Probably not a good idea to go in. Oh, come on. A fight there. Chip got caught. I don't know what happened.
He used the shortcut. He used the
I see.
on the butt side, and everyone was waiting for him right there. I mean, it wasn't the welcoming party that he expected on the butt side. Immediately gets taken away from the game right there. But I mean, it's not the end of the world. I mean, the FYG still managed to get one of the neutral objective on the top side. In return, GK gets a kill as well as the turret on the bottom side.
So far, still, Demfeng Yaguai definitely has the advantage. 8:07 is where Lung completed his Trinity items. Trinity items achieved at 8 minutes, very fast coming in from Lung. But again, having 6,000 gold lead gives you that kind of priority. Looking at the itemization for everyone else, but before that, we got to look at the gold difference here. And honestly, a very big difference when it comes to the EXP. A shortcut goes on to Shen, but Shen able to get away. Right now, Smile got hit with the ult coming in from Lung, but looks like he's not going to commit.
I like the patience. I like the discipline right there, because if I were to be Lung right there, I would immediately jump onto my Spear of Destruction and start another team fight up against Smile. But, you know, patience is virtue. Patience is key. And the FYG knows that that wasn't the right positioning or right time for us to initiate again once the teleportation by Pishu have been used and they did not manage to get any particular kills. Carvey, gotta be careful.
Found Carvey, and now Samo. Good kick on PCU, but Long able to pull him to the street. And now they want to continue on, and Samo getting very, very low. Killing spree for Zed. And they move forward. Killing spree for Long. Shen and Zeno is still alive, but Zeno was nowhere near the team fight.
That was very, very good by Pishu, how he enables the team right there, and he baited out the kick. He went back and he immediately initiated the fight even further, and the flank came in from Suyo, from Aurora was the icing on the cake. Managed to get a few kills, but most importantly, map control. The FYG has that on their hands. Inhibitor on the mid side has been taken care of, and right now the FYG can immediately focus on the Carvey. Gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Okay, no, they don't know, because they know that we're taking the Lord right now. But now maybe can initiate.
Just looking at PCU, still having that shortcut. Interestingly enough, he went for the fleeting time. He finds Zeno, he has the shortcut, and now they're on to Zeno. Nothing can be done. Frigid Glacier used by Smile. But again, not enough to deter Demfeng Yaguai from attacking his jungler.
If we can take a look at the replay right there, the immediate stun came in from Lung, and immediately hitting on that wall, on that purple buff wall, was super on point, super fast and super effective as well. And the FYG have the upper hand right now.
Yeah, Demfeng Yaguai looking to end the game. Raging Sandstorm onto Long. Shen is getting attacked, but Demfeng Yaguai wins game number 1 against GK Esports.
Very clean fight by the FYG right there, with the first ever appearance of Chip in the wildcard stage for M6, managing to get a win. Good macro gameplay, good all-around individual skills that translate into the game of team fight, of teamwork as well. I'm not taking anything away from GK Esport. I have to say how the show played really, really well. Got a good kicks here and there, but all in all, I think it's because of they were behind so much at
Yeah.
one point, 5K, 6K gold lead. The itemization wasn't there enough for GK Esports to be able to re-engage back up against the FYG.
And now we are witnessing the first loss for the Chill. But again, it's just day number 2.
Yeah.
He had a 6-game win streak, but now the Chill has been defeated by the Chip, which interestingly enough, again, using fleeting time as the first item.
For the chip.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not
Yeah,
catch
fleeting
that.
time, yeah.
I mean, with the way that he played right there, I think fleeting time is definitely a good option. Being able to use that ultimate time and again, and managing to catch out crucial targets by the side of GK Esports, managing to catch out Carvey, managing to catch out Zeno as well, the jungler of GK Esports. So timing was superb, execution was superb, target prioritization was superb as well by the FYG.
Yeah, and again, now we see that Chip is still very, very strong, but it's really about that macro play, right? Like, have everyone on the other side of the map, Chip being the only one around the turtle, and then activating that shortcut, enabling for the team to be at basically 2 plays at the same time. And now let's look at the itemization here. And again, like I said, the first item for the Chip is the fleeting time, but he got the magic rope first so that he has some form of magic resist in order to actually survive the damage coming in from Smile. Carvey tried his best on the Granger. Looking at the laning phase, it looked very even. I didn't see any advantage for Carvey or Lung. It's just overall, the map presence from the FYG is much better.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Lung got that kill against Samo, if I'm not mistaken, or was it up against Shen, if I'm mistaken, Shen, or I think Shen, helped Lung a lot in terms of the leading phase, right? He got 1 kill on his hand that accelerated a bit his itemization, his goal, and allows him to stand tall to tall against the green shield of Carvis. But I do have to mention how Pishu, he played phenomenally well, the macro gameplay, just allowing himself to rotate around the map and knowing when is the right time for him to be able to open up the teleportation. And his teammates, the rotation was superb. It was so fast, on point, got the kill, went out, and focused on their laning.
Let me just say for Demfanyagwai to execute the game plan that they have requires a lot of mechanics, because if you look at the itemization, their main tank is KLVJ, and KLVJ, if you look at the emblem setup, the real tanky thing about it is the Festival of Blood as well as the Brave Smite. So if they lost in the mid game where GK had enough damage, they took down Demfanyagwai, they won't be able to open up the map freely, right? So it was a big risk, but 10 minutes, 42 seconds, they made the risk work. And now looking at the damage numbers here, actually it's not that big of a difference, because except for Zeno. Oh, I just saw Zeno's damage.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. 7K up against Pishu, 20K. Nobody on the side of the FYG is lesser than 10K.
Zed had less damage than PCU.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Big
Yeah.
deal. Like I said, I think I told this to Husky, but Chip does a lot of damage for a tank.
He does.
And now I like that we have the graphic to show it. Chip did almost the same amount of damage as Lung on a Moskov that has 3 items, maybe even 4 items. I didn't see it that well, but yeah. Trust me when I say Chip does a lot of damage. He's just not as tanky as before.
With the tenacity as well, and hitting a couple of targets at the same time, that is the valuable or the crucial part of Chip. And with this kind of graphic, as you can see in terms of the goal, of course it's going to favor the side of the FYG. Momentum, I did mention this time and time again, momentum is a real thing, and once you're behind, especially like this much where GK Esports had to experience, it definitely shows.
I think GK, they need to get Zeno on a comfortable jungler, because 7,000 damage is
It's not it, fam.
For me, it's not okay.
Yeah, true.
For me, it's not okay.
Alpha was open, right?
Alpha was open, yes.
Yeah. Could be a fighter jungler kind of option for Zeno, but definitely not the no-lane kind of game that we would expect. But honestly, let's take a look at our MVP of the game. Is definitely gonna be Lung with the mask off, with the Spear of Destruction all the way on the top side just now. Reliving back that moment right there was superb by him. But yeah, honestly, simple gameplay, nothing too fancy, nothing too aggressive. 4-0-5 in terms of KDA, and definitely 3 items is that? Yeah, the Holy Trinity has been completed by Long. Good game. I would hope for the same in game number 2.
Yeah, Long so far has been very impressive down in that gold lane, or in this case, up in that gold lane. And again, we saw in the early game skirmishes, GK Esports were willing to fight back, but then we see that it started slowing down. And I think it's on Devon Yaguai, always able to catch Zeno off guard. I don't know if this would count, but that could be the play of the day. The play of the day, all the way from the top side, going down bot. That was amazing.
Honestly, that could be a very good shout in terms of the play of the day, play of the game as well for this game, definitely. But all in all, just how the cohesion of the FYG played superb. They know their job desk, they know their individual tasks as well. Look at this. The teleport came in, immediate stun by Lung, and that allows the Aurora to just follow up as well with once the ultimate has been used or once the ultimate has been stolen by the Valentina. So GK Esport, in terms of game number 2, this is an overstatement or an understatement, but again, mountain to climb for them right now.
I think it's all about the speed. I think the chip being on Devon Yaguai just moves the game so fast that it makes GK unable to respond. It's like, wait, they're up there, and then all of a sudden they're down here. Who's the focus? Who's the target, right? Like maybe even 1 second Carpy is just like pew, 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 pew. And then that's another. Hey, where are they? Oh, they're bot? Jeez, man.
I'm teleporting in the bush and I die somehow.
And now my favorite segment. Hello Panda, semua suka biskutnya. There you go, I got it. That's the right line. Fuel your game with Hello Panda. Crunchy biscuits filled with creamy strawberry, in this case. The ultimate snack to keep you energized. Level up your day and visit Hello Panda's website for more. Oh my god, that game did get me hungry.
Biscuits with strawberry flavored filling.
Oh.
It's gonna be so good. I'm pretty sure it's so good. You like it. You like sweet stuff. I know he likes his sweet stuff.
Dude, I'm Malay. We like sweet stuff, okay?
Yeah.
No.
Honestly, it's quite good.
I
Let me
took a
just
few.
place it here. Yeah, there we go.
Now while Arjun is eating, we gotta talk about.
I thought it's small, but it's quite big. You know?
We gotta talk about the game, right? So the games now, I really feel like Fishy on the chip did a very good job.
So can we talk more about this?
Yeah.
The filling is so
Hey, Becky.
so generous. You
Yeah,
know how
very
you get
generous.
you know how you get like biscuits that like half of the filling only?
This
But
is
this
why-
one is like jam packed with strawberry.
Between chip and biscuits, I like biscuits a bit more.
I definitely like biscuits. Definitely, 100%, without any doubt. So good.
By the way, try that one.
Yeah. Don't forget to join the lucky draw. You know, from 18th of November until 29th of December. You can participate in the M6 Lucky Gift. Join the draw for a chance to win Cloud's new Epic Skin Challenges, Flare and Beatrix new M4 Epic Painted Skin, Light Seeker. So don't miss the opportunity of a lifetime and join the lucky draw. Can we? Yeah. We need more. I'm definitely bringing some home. You know,
I feel like
so good.
Gideon has to want to get this. But anyways,
The packaging is cute as well.
Anyways, what was I talking about? We gotta talk about the draft for sure.
Okay, let's talk about
The draft for sure, because we've seen Devon Yaguai's willingness to use heroes like the chip and willing to go for an offensive item like the fleeting time instead of going for the usual tank items. So yeah, we gotta talk to the coach here, Sasa. Good job.
Okay.
Has Devon Yaguai scraped against big teams like SRG during your boot camp here? We haven't scrimmed against any Malaysian teams yet. And since SRG skill are on another level, it's not a good idea for DFYG to scrim against them. I'm afraid that it could affect our confidence and momentum. This is coming from a professional player that knows the ropes. He's been a Kage for years. He is a true veteran. He understands mental is so strong in the game, you gotta pick your battles.
I like
Your
the
team is banning.
sincerity and also honesty by Sasa, right? He knows that the FYG is not at that level yet. It's not at that same par of Selangor Giants or even any representative from Philippines or Indonesia. So let's stray away from them for now because we want to fight someone at our level because of confidence, mental. There's
So, Carvey is taking the risk here. Not to say he made a decision, but looking at his his reaction, he's just like, just do it, right? What's the worst that can happen? And, I see this swapping drafts here, where now the Aurora and the Cho is on Demfan Yoguai.
I like the Cho pick. It gives a lot of flexibility for the side of the FYG. We're not too sure of is it going to be a EXP, is it going to be a Roam Chow for this side of the FYG. So questions to be answered by DK Esports. Chip, what are they going to pair it up? Are they going to go for an alpha? I think fighter jungler should be the option for Zeno because looking at the Nolan just now, it wasn't at his best. But I don't mind if he wants to try it once again. For game number 2, Bruno as well as Hylos.
Right now, Adin, I'm going to hit you with a fun fact here.
Sure.
Demfan Yoguai has the fastest game in all of wildcard. The game just now against GK Esports was 10 minutes and 42 seconds. That was the fastest game of the wildcard. And the second fastest game was also by Demfan Yoguai against Nightmare. 11 minutes and 1 second. So they've been beating their own record in terms of speed. But now going back to the draft here, Coach Yako has picked up the Hylos as well as the Bruno. And now Coach Sasa wants that Moskov again. Doesn't want it to get banned out.
I not necessarily, I would say I'm liking the pickup, the second and third pickup by GK Esports, which is the Hylos and Bruno. Why do I mention this? Because normally when we see a chip, I would want a burst kind of hero because you open up the teleport, you go in, you kill immediately and you walk out. So you don't rely too much on DPS, you rely on burst capability. Just go in, get a kill. But right now, they need a bit of time. Once they go in the teleport, they need to deal a bit more damage and then only they can get out. But it all depends on the itemization. If they don't have the itemization, especially on Bruno, they can't do that. So maybe that job scope, maybe that responsibility would rely upon their jungler as well as their mid laner right now.
So what you're saying is Sky Piercer Hylos
could be a thing.
Okay, no, just kidding. But yeah, speaking of items, probably Bruno's first item will be going on for Berserker Fury instead of Houseclaw. That will provide you a little bit more damage. And looking at Coach Sasa, betting out both the Joy as well as the Alpha, shrinking the hero pool for Zeno here. Coach Yako betting out that Suyo, making the jungle pick much more narrow for both teams.
What else is there?
Bane?
Bane, yep. Xborg is there, although we don't see as much, if I'm not mistaken, so far.
No, we haven't seen so far.
But still fits the criteria that what I was thinking of. So you go in the teleport and you open up your last insanity, get the kill, and you walk out.
No, I feel like even for them for Yaguai, they could pick up the Bane. And then if someone goes in, why did you say it? See, no. Banned out.
I was like thinking for K, that Xborg, because I want like a fighter, a much more tankier jungler for Zeno, but
wait, but this means that Geeky wants something tanky, or they're just worried that the Hylos is gonna get bursted down. What if Geeky just picks up something like a Frederick?
then kind of deceive the purpose of the chip for me. basically. But I mean, honestly, I don't mind at all if comfort is the main criteria here for Zeno, and if Fedrin is the answer, so go ahead by all means. But right now, DFYG would pick up your jungler here and hide the Chow for now. Bin, I like the option that you mentioned just now, but I hear Khalid if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so Khalid has been picked up. Still doesn't answer.
Swapping drafts, man. Swapping drafts. Only the Moskov is different.
I'm gonna guess this Khalid is gonna go on the EXP and the Chow is gonna go on the roll. Because so far we've seen only 2 EXP Chow so far, if I'm not mistaken, based on the stats that was given earlier on. So we shall see. Julian!
Julian picked up again, and now a Vexana. So a lot of control here coming in from GK. Down from Yaguai. Their pickup for the jungle here. We're looking at the player spaces and they're still discussing on it.
And Nolan is still there. If they want to go for Assassin, right? Nolan? Yeah, Nolan's still there.
Yeah, if they just want to change the draft, right? It's like, hey, actually, KK Esports draft is pretty good. We can try it out.
Yeah, just completely copies it, just tweak the goal laner, switching it to the Moskov. Because the way I see it, I don't mind Nolan, right? Just go in, get the kill, walk out. Safely.
I'm pretty okay with it.
Upon the edge of the void.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. Swap draft. We're like, hey, Geeky, you actually had a pretty good draft. How about we try it out? Maybe we could do something different. Maybe Moskov is just the right tweak to handle against a chip.
Yeah, to be fair, I feel like that's the thinking of DFYG currently, and going up against a chip with this kind of lineup by DFYG could be defensive as well. They could just wait out the teleportation and just wait out for the skills and then re-engage back up against a GK Esports. But again and again and again, it all depends on the execution.
Let's remind ourselves, folks. GK Esports here is essentially playing an elimination match. If they lose here against Denfan Yaguai, the chances of them making out of the wildcard group will be much more slimmer. We're jumping into the land of dawn for game number 2, Denfan Yaguai going up against GK, where this time Denfan Yaguai is essentially using the drafts previously by GK Esports.
Literally do or die right now for GK Esports. They have to come up big, they have to come up with something. Be able to destroy the confidence of DFYG. A bit of a classic, again, Assassin versus Assassin matchup between Julian and also Nolan, but all eyes on Shen. How can he uses the chip well up against DFYG, who, funny enough, using similar draft as GK Esports in match or game number 1.
Yeah, and you called it that this Khalid is going to the EXP for now. Samo's in the front lines and kill VJ. Targets on to Samo. While in the back line, PCU tried to grab someone, and Samo is trying to slow him down. Samo is trying to get the kill, but PCU is too fast, and Shen could not find an angle to move in.
That flicker,
first boss.
that flicker right there, saved PCU a lot, and honestly, they could get the Let's see what GK Esports can do once again with the chip. The look, the style, and the issue has been solved.
Yeah, very fast. And now we're jumping back into the game here, where it looks like Carvey so far actually winning out the lane, going up against Lung. So maybe this is why they want to pick up the Bruno because he just needs a winning lane. He feels that with a winning lane, they're able to do a little bit more. Does not have the way of the dragon. And now neither does Shen. So that was a small skirmish resulting in essentially nothing. Right now it's equalized in terms of who has control over Turtle.
I mean, CalVJ still has the Raging Sandstorm not being used up just yet, as well as the Frigid Glacier. So if they want to go once again, they could. The skill set is still there between one and another. Spear of Destruction hits on Zeno, so that gives them the information, hey, Zeno is nowhere near between this turtle, so it's a free turtle for Zed.
It's amazing how the players of DFYG, they learn how to use vision effectively. Like they had no idea where Zeno is. Lung, as a marksman, provided the utility, the vision to figure out where he is just by throwing it on the map. If he's not down at the orange buff, it's probably purple. But now PCU got a good catch. First blood onto E1, and now Shen on the back line, probably using the shortcut as well. But Smile using the ult prevented Zed and PCU to have a way to engage further into the fight.
It's unfortunate for DK Esports just now. They wanted to re-engage back, at least get 1-for-1 but the skill set that they used was not aligned between one and another because Samo was using the Glorious Pathway onto Moskov. Meanwhile, Smile hit the Eternal God on a different target. So again, not aligned between one and another, cost them the trade right there. In fact, they could have gotten 1-for-1, but honestly, they lose a lot more on the spot side.
Yeah, right now looks like they have a very clear target here. Both PCU as well as Zed wants Carvey, and Carvey has used the Purify. So far
Shen.
they want Shen. Shen is in the middle of it. Way of the Dragon onto the chip. The chip still survives, but Lung is able to get a lot of gold plating there on the turret.
Hey, I mean, good skirmishes by both sides, but neither of them get any particular reward in terms of kills. Only Lung managing to get, as Lafal mentioned, a lot of gold plating armor, and that is going to help him out to create or finishes his own Holy Trinity item. First item priority by CalVJ is going to be the Thunderbug. He's going to be stacking it up quite well with his own basic attacks up against GK Esports. Shen, so far, as we mentioned, or as how I've questioned, how well does this shortcut is going to provide for himself. So far, no kills from the shortcut yet.
Devin Yagwai 1.6k ahead. Now they're starting the turtle. Spear of Destruction not hitting onto anyone, but now the shortcut comes in. But looks like the first kill is going over to Zed. Zed takes down Shen. Eternal God gets a good knockup onto KLVJ, but KLVJ is still able to survive. And now the turtle has been resetted. PCU doesn't have the weight of the dragon. Probably not going to be able to engage here. Devin Yagwai, they're still waiting on the call. Do they want to continue or not? PCU looks like he has to back off, and now the turtle has been reset again.
Nothing to rush for the FYG. They can play this slow, they can wait it out. GK Esports will be the one who will take advantage of this and get that turtle immediately. Meanwhile, the FYG are going to try to focus on the mid side just now, but are not able to get anything in return except for that one particular kill on Shen.
Yeah. Are they seeing a big difference here? Looks like Shen on this trip is going to be more defensive. Looks like he is aiming for a Dominance Ice as a first item. Probably to handle against Lung on this Moskov. PCU sees Shen. So far, Shen has been rotating a lot to the gold lane. Really trying to make sure that Carvey has a good time. But so far, even with the rotation coming in from Shen, does not look like Carvey is having a good time.
Yeah, honestly, I don't want to blame Shem as of much, but right now Zeno is going to get kicked. Oh, the Spear of Destruction did not land on Zeno. Bit of miscommunication right there, but...
Nah, and you know what happened?
Yep.
So the kick, he entered the bush, and because he lost vision, he cannot do the second part of the Wind Dragon. So that's why, like, I saw what Lung was trying to do, but yeah, it is unfortunate that he entered the bush.
It's fine. I mean, it's a good attempt by the FYG just now. But honestly, it's not, going back to Shen, right? It's not much of his fault right now, because the way I see it, with every angle Shen tries to take upon, there is always Chow. There's always Pishu on the way, right? And it's hard for Shen to start a team fight with the shortcut to initiate right now. So props to Pishu how he just mirror the movement of Shen. Wherever Shen is, there is always going to be Chao just waiting for the right time to be able to use the kick or to not allow Shen to use the shortcut.
Looking at the items just now, there's a very clear difference in terms of gold lead here because Long, in the previous game, in 8 minutes, he was able to get his Trinity item, but so far it doesn't look like he's anywhere close to getting his third item. Vizio sees Samo, and they understand that Shen is there as well. And you can see that Shen is taking quite a lot of damage because he doesn't have any magic resist for now.
And this feels like the fact that Shen could not move anywhere else except from in the bush. It feels like it's going to be a 5 versus 4 right now for Geeky Esports. So they are at a big advantage in terms of manpower because Shen can't do anything. And this is one of the biggest weaknesses of Chip, right? I mean, if you cannot open up your shortcut, you're basically somewhat, I'm sorry, kind of a bit of useless right now because you cannot contribute anything in terms of team fight.
Right now, honestly, them from Yaguai, they're just slowing down DK Esports. They're having a lot of man-to-man defense. Like, we see how Yuan is down at mid, making sure that no rotation is going to be done. And PC, like you said, he's just like, okay, where's Shen? Where's Shen? Shen's here. All right, Shen, how are you? You're doing good. Have you eaten? You had lunch? You haven't? Okay, we can have lunch a bit later.
This is what we call, although Pishu is not a Malaysian, but this is what we call the Malaysian hospitality, right? Wherever you are, we're just going to follow you. We're just going to make sure you're all right, you're in check, we know where you are, we know what you're doing, and that is what Pishu is doing to Shen right now. Just babysitting him to the max right now, mirroring at its finest.
Oh yeah, right now Shen doesn't have any way to really move forwards, taking quite a lot of damage from Lung and kill VJ. Shen as well, he's just going to get pushed. He used the shortcut, but look at them from Yaguai. They're already exiting any kind of team fight perimeters. And KLVJ still has the Raging Sandstorm, but looks like he's not going to use it so far. But that's a good bridge. And Glacier, Smile, had to flicker out of there. And now their focus is on the Shen. But Long is able to take down Smile, while Zed able to take down Zeno.
Did Long hit the Spear of Destruction to get much nearer on Smile this time? I'm not too sure because the gap closer between Moskov and Vensana was immediately like Lung was on top of him. So I'm guessing yes, Lung did manage to hit the ultimate, get closer to Smile and got the kill. So props to Yuan right there, managing to get that 2-man Fidget Glacier out of nowhere.
Dude, Lung is amazing. He's been hitting all of this Spears of Destruction. Yes, there you go. I was thinking of Blade of Destruction. I was like, that's not right. Oh, and now they get a kick onto Shen. Nowhere for Shen to go. Kill going over to kill VJ, and now Different Yaguai, they're controlling the map once again. 6,000 goal lead ahead. Now the Lord looking very free for Different Yaguai.
Not feeling good, Mr. LaFell. Not feeling good right now. 5-0 in terms of kill. GK Esports down. Almost 7k goal lead, and saying that this is a one-way traffic is an understatement because GK Esports can't seem to do anything as of now. I mean, the fact that your roamer cannot start a team fight, even with a shortcut, is very much worrying.
Yeah, looking at the goal difference here, one of the biggest difference is in the jungler. 8.5k for the Nolan, 5.7 for the Julian, almost 3,000 goal difference here.
Conceal as part of the team fight. Bridget Glacier.
Bridget Glacier hit onto no one, and now Samo wants to re-engage with the Glorious Pathway, but Lung is just guiding, dealing out free damage onto the members of Geeke, even using the minions to make sure that he has some penetration and going in. And now Geeke, they already lost the top inhibitor. Yaguai, they want the mid, and they're able to get an Eternal Guard and trying to slow things down, but still, the mid lane inhibitor goes down. Yaguai, they're not stopping. They want the bottom as well.
This could be a 1 Lord and 3 inhibitor turrets, but GK Esports focusing all their energy and efforts trying to protect that bottom inhibitor turret, and they managed to do that. But honestly, to be fair, that is still a massive win for the FYG with 1 Lord. They managed to get 2 inhibitor turrets, the mid side and the top side. That is pretty big, but right now, Lung gonna get caught out.
Yep, the shortcut was used long
Oh, this is
using
bad.
the flicker, but now Kaide back heel. VJ is there. Zeno gets taken down, and now Shen looks like he has nowhere to go. Lung secures the kill. Smile has to use the flicker to get out of there. Carvey and Samo unable to do anything. Now they just have to clear the minions. But again, Pissio flickers in. Way the Dragon gets Smile, and they're able to take down Samo as well. Carvey is able to survive, but not the Crystal. Dianfanyagwai, a clean 2-0.
Diana Fang, oh, why managing to get that victory clean as a whistle right there with the kick of Pishu, sending GK Esports all the way to the bottom of the group right now with not any singular points being able to take by them. I mean, honestly, GK Esports, they took a risk with the chip and that risk did not pay off. I still have to applaud their bravery, their willingness to do it. But honestly, in terms of the grand scheme of things, a lot more needed to be done for GK Esports, and props, congrats to the FYG.
Oh yeah, the FYG played extremely well, and Lung, I gotta say,
Man.
he only showed Bruno and Moskov, but what a Moskov, man. Always hitting those spears of destruction. Like, dude, how do you do that?
Even when he doesn't hit the Spear of Destruction, at least they gain something, which is vision.
Yeah, vision,
Right,
yeah.
which is vision, knowing that, okay, Zeno is here, Zeno is not here, Shen is here, Shen is not here. That is very crucial for the whole team of the FYG to be able to, okay, what's next? We know that some of the heroes are here, some of their heroes are there, so we could start Lord, we could start Turtle, we could push top, we could push bottom, so it's very important. Vision, information is a very crucial part of the game.
The way that they play around the macro game, right? Because we heard from Coach Sasa that they're not on that level yet, but I gotta say, looking at how they play, dude, ooh, 2 million IQ, man. 2 million
You're
IQ.
being too humble right now.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Chinese region. They're very humble, and I love them for it. But yeah, so far, very dominating performance. And looking as maybe the dark horse of Group A, because everyone is talking about Ulhanar, but Ilvanyagwa is in the conversation now. If they beat Ulhanar, they can go through Group A.
They haven't fought yet.
Haven't fought yet.
Oh.
Haven't fought yet. So that's going to be interesting. Now let's look at the itemization here. While we're at it, looking at the kills here,
Okay.
Gike was able to take 2 kills at the end of it, but at one point he was 0 and 5. Dianfanyagwai, they're very disciplined in making sure that everything is A-okay. But items, I do want to talk about items.
Okay.
Lung, he went for his normal Trinity build. He goes for the Corrosion Scythe first. Afterwards, it's the Golden Staff and the Demon Sword. But the Malefic Gun really helped him out, where even though he got ganked by Shen used the shortcut onto Lung, he was able to get out of there. Even though he flickered out, he was still, like, he only had to take a few steps to be in range to continue attacking.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Malefic Gun is like a go-to item for any particular marksman. Maybe not a first item for a few marksmen, but all in all, or overall, for all marksmen, even the side of Geeky Spot, Bruno by Carvey, finishing up the Malefic Gun as well. Such an important item for any particular marksman right now. Gives, of course, distance, but the stats as well is quite good for any particular marksman. As we take a deeper look at the overall stats in terms of the game. Again, Zeno, I would like to say that he needs to recheck back the selection of junglers. Maybe Assassin is not go-to kind of gameplay unless he trains it even more, but maybe could opt to go for a different route. Fighter jungle, mage jungle. Maybe that would be the option for Zeno, or even a tank jungle, of course.
Something to point out here as well is the emblem choice for both Lung and PCU. PCU is going for firmness. Most Cho roams now go for thrill, so we can see a difference there. And Lung goes for tenacity. So he respects the Bruno from Carvey, understanding that he can lose the lane, so picking up the tenacity, making sure that he can survive. And at least this time, Zeno was able to deal more damage, 12,000 more than 7,000. But Yiwan and Long dealt so much damage in this game. Yiwan dealt the most amount of damage.
I mean, again, sorry, a bit biasness towards any rumors out there, but Pishu played phenomenally with the Chow. I mean, played phenomenally with the
I
chip.
agree.
But game number 2, Oh, the mirroring move that he did, the macro move that he did against Shen, not allowing Shen to use any particular shortcut, just shut down the advantage that Chip has. And that allows the FYG to roam proly all around. Lung can go anywhere he wants, Zack can go anywhere he wants, KLPG as well as Yi1 can just follow each other, just stick side by side, back to back, initiate any team fight that they want.
And now we got to look at the MVP for this game. It looks like the MVP will be Lung once again. 2 games in a row, 2 Moscovs in a row, 924 gold per minute. Even though this game, he was a little bit slower getting those